course, continue it. If we don't like it, no big deal.
Because it's 3 today, that's why.
Yeah. So,
So what we saying, like a half break?
Yeah, so we
I got you.
Yeah.
Jason, do you want to do the library going into the break? So you'd hit like the more with Jason Ellis, do the live read, or just...
No, if we're going to do the half thing, then we can just do the same way.
So coming back?
Yeah.
Okay. That is it, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Rebel Wilson, not tomorrow, so Jason will be at home. Oh, last thing. 2 days left for Hungerthon.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at like $6,000 for the...
Let's do the pool thing. Let's pump up the pool thing and make up the idea of the contest.
We'll just want to push that the next 2 days.
Okay, pool.
And it went up again, too. It's like at 57.
Yeah.
Surfboard, wakeboard, swim. I have rope that you can tie to the wall and you can swim.
What pool are we talking about?
My pool, because then we can bring the extension cord, and then we can all be there and do a show by the pool.
Mm-hmm. So like, belly flop.
All right. Yeah.
Cannonball.
It's a pretty little pool, but because cannonball's sort of like we go whoa and you can't see it.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? But if it's like, could be a tug of war.
A tug of war into the pool, sure.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do like if you have the floaty pools next to it, you can do the egg breaking contest. You know what I mean? To break Comtard's record or something, like get something else going on the, because we do have like a couple of open areas there where we could do some other stuff where it sounds funny.
Mm-hmm. Does Sebastian Bach want to come and sing at your pool
He
party?
fucking for sure. Oh my god, Andrew, Sebastian Bach
Wants to come and sing at a pool party.
sing at the pool party. Because I was telling Katie this morning we should get Everlast to play acoustic at the house, but I mean, Sebastian is hilarious to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you could even have like a karaoke pool party or something with Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
The Jason Ellis Christmas karaoke party. Well, who cares? But it's a good idea. And Kevin, you can rule something. Does your computer work?
What's up?
Does your computer work today?
It's back, yeah.
You got it now?
Yeah.
Because you should come in.
Okay.
Will?
He's not in here.
Oh, is he gonna be?
Yeah,
Okay,
something
because
like
I got kind of hooked out this weekend. The chicks wanted to fuck me. Like, it was kind of gross. It was kind of awesome.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, Will.
How are you, man?
Just chilling. How you?
Good.
That's great.
Tully, I'm gonna send you that guy's telephone number, Cooper.
Yeah, thank you.
Patterson said, yeah, you should chat with Cooper and set him up. So.
Hey, you want to do the start of the show today?
Me?
Yeah.
We'll be back in like an hour.
What do you want to do?
I was just raffled off as people bought me yesterday. Just wanted to get your opinion.
Okay. All right. And then after that, I should.
You know what I've been watching recently, I don't know why or how, but Armageddon and freaking Independence Day, and I just feel like we're getting so close to that all happening.
Armageddon.
Man, can you just say that in 3 minutes? Because I would love to get into a debate with you about that, but we're 3 minutes early. Just pull back. Hold that thought.
So if we're gonna do Wolfpack names before the first break, does anybody have a copy of those?
Coming at you live from Sirius XM Hollywood, it's the Jason Ellis Show. Hey, what kind of pie do you like?
With your hosts, Jason Ellis. Hell yeah. And Michael Tully. Bitches fucking love me. Featuring Will Pendarvis. I don't know nothing. Andrew Bruce. Good morning. The Dingo. I got a big baby. And everybody's home favorite, Kevin Kraft. That's fucking disgusting. Who fucking farted?
Did I get a red dragons? It's my birthday.
He's Shaboy Young Wing, coming at you raw, uncut. Listen for the next 3 hours for your recommended daily dose of wackety yak yak zany radio.
Yep. Like they said. Welcome to the show. It's Monday. It's great to be here in Los Angeles. Dingo is here as that sensational, professionally put together intro just said, yep, we're all here and we're all about as pro as anybody can get on the mic. As you can hear by that intro, a lot more professional programming coming your way. Maybe not in the next 3 hours, but up soon on this channel, somebody will do something professional. But in the meantime, sucking a butt. I've got everybody in here because yesterday, everybody knows Anne H. She's a giant celebrity. One time, she was married to what's that wingnut?
Ellen?
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. Now she's super straight. She's got kids and stuff. You know, it happens to the best of us. But she was supposed to do a show with me on Friday. Didn't do a show on Friday because something happened with the plane ticket. Then she said, we'll do it on Monday. We'll do it live on Monday, she said. And she texted me and said that she can't tell she lost her voice. But yesterday, I went to this auction thing, and I knew I was a part of it because I agreed to be a part of it. And at one point, she didn't even have to say this because I was going to do it anyway. But she did say, it's not like you have to go to Vegas to get mud in your face or anything, which kind of said, people might not know this, but she did film a pilot with me where she was a passenger in a race car with me in an actual race. So she did do that. And yes, she did go to Vegas to do that. But anyway, they have this auction, and when you go, I don't think I've ever been to a tennis. I mean, I've walked into I've seen a tennis court. I've never been like in the tennis, to like a tennis club, you know, where people pay to go.
Clubhouse.
Yeah, like you see in the movies kind of thing. It was very similar to the movies, it seemed. You know, like I pictured the tennis player. There was good guys, and they had like their good guy vibe, and then there was like these older ladies that love watching, and it seemed that's I mean that's a different fan than any other sport that I've been a part of, where there seems to be a lot of women that are a little older that have a lot of surgery because of the town that I was in, a lot of money around, and it just seemed like there was some meat on the slab. It felt a little bit hookery. And I mean, my thing was that they actually had to bid to for charity from me, so that part takes it away from it. But then it was afterwards. There was like people that were, people. I feel like people wanted to buy you, and the money went to charity, and then if you hung out with them, then maybe the money was not to play tennis with you, even though they sort of they paid more money for me because I said I'd play in my underwear.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's for charity.
Mm-hmm.
It's for Puerto Rico, man.
He's at a fancy place. Of course he's
I was really surprised. I was sitting there listening to Anne H talk and tell everybody about what we're about to do and to thank all the people that came to help make this happen. And there was some celebrities from the show that she's in. And then she was like, Jason, get out here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And, they wanted, Katie kept saying all week, you're going to play tennis. And I'm like, no, I won't be playing tennis. And she's like, it says you're playing tennis. And I'm like, it can say whatever the fuck it says on there. I'm not fucking playing tennis. I don't play tennis. So, when I get there, they're like, you're going to put the pants on. I'm like, I'm not putting your shorts on. They're like, why not? I'm like, because I don't play tennis. They're like, are you going to play? I'm like, I don't really want to. And Anne's like, can you please play? I'm like, all right, I'll play, but I'm not putting the shoes on or anything. I'm not wearing that shit because it was like weird tennis shit. I didn't want to wear it. So she's like, oh, you don't have to. I'm like, okay, cool.
You're being difficult.
I wasn't being difficult. I didn't say it to anybody. I just said this is between me and Anne.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't know anything about tennis. Does everybody wear the white shorts and the white polo
I
shirt
don't.
type thing? Or
Listen, I play tennis and I don't wear that.
Yeah, but you're you. But
What
anyway,
does that mean?
you're a fucking rebel. You're like a fucking.
You're edgy.
You're like cousin it, but you know what I mean. But on high extreme energy octane.
But if I was at your charity event, I would have put the
Yeah,
shorts
but it's
on.
funny when you do it.
It's funny.
You're too low. Well, that was the other thing that I noticed. A lot of people, thank you, Andrew, pointed out to me when Katie posted the video that apparently playing in your underwear would mean that you would be like told to not do that usually, so I got away with it. But
But these were celebrities being auctioned off.
yeah,
Can we get some other
I
names?
mean, I got the most money.
What other celebrities were there?
But the lady wanted me, and her husband bought me for her.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay, and that was very funny, you know what I mean? And I said I'll take my pants off, and then when it, she won the bid, it was like, I think it was like $1,850 or something, like almost $1,900
Wow.
to play tennis with me.
That's pretty legit.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't even know. I figured nobody would even know me there. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll make it interesting, because I figured I don't know who these other people are, but I bet you everybody else does, because, I live in some other world. Pretty sure this dude that plays tennis real good is famous, because I was watching him play tennis. He played tennis like he was, he was very good at it. I was like, oh, these guys are very good. So, I don't know, people bid for it, and but then I took the shorts off. She was very surprised, very startled when I took all my clothes off. And I'm like, that's what you asked for, because she turned around, and I took my clothes off, and I was taking my clothes off, and she turned back around and sort of was startled. I'm like, it's got to be fake startled, because it was sort of, the whole thing was like, take your pants off, kid, and I'll give you the money. So I took the pants off, and then it was very funny. Everyone thought it was very funny. I was running around with my pants. And tennis is not that hard, I feel like. I feel like I could be good at tennis. But it's a different world. It's a world of people where it is so, and I don't want to say white privilege, because then you take it to that other place. But it's a game where I've never seen, even when you're not that good, there is a thing where when you're playing, there are boys around the court that give you balls, and when you take the ball, you don't have to acknowledge them.
Ball boys.
Yeah, but it's sort of this weird, it's servicey, privilegey. It just so happens that white people were the people that invented it. There's black people that play it, and there's, the ball still, someone has to give them the ball, and the black guy ain't gonna say anything either. There's this weird thing where some people might, but a lot of times the ball comes over, and the lady or the man just grabs the ball and fucking serves it over there. And it just seems like a weird, there's no fucking dude in basketball that's on the sidelines that when the ball goes off, it fucking runs over and passes you the ball back, and you don't acknowledge him. Like that's like when you're in the pros. It seems like just like tennis, when you have a tennis game, they have those ball boys there.
That's
and then
a class difference.
And then there's like bar. Well, there's in the.
I play tennis. I play tennis.
Old clubhouses don't have bars and shit.
I don't know.
Did yours?
No. I'm saying where I play tennis, it's fucking free on top of the West Hollywood Library.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no ball boys there.
Right, I think most people who play tennis play at like municipal courts, not at a tennis club.
Yeah.
And if you're just playing on like courts, even in a really, really nice neighborhood like where Dingo plays, you can wear whatever the fuck you want. You'd laugh at anybody who's actually wearing tennis whites if they're younger than like 60, and you can get your own balls there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so it's just a tennis club that you do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this place, I don't think, because there was ladies there that came out and started playing, and they had head to toe. One lady had head to toe matching purple shit on, and she looked like she was like, I mean, she'd been around, but it was funny to watch these people. It's like the gym. You know what I mean? There's people that have got their little fucking pants and their little gloves and all that shit, and I was watching the tennis version of being a successful, or being in a sport, like being in their world, their environment. It's funny to watch. I probably wouldn't have even caught it when I was younger, because I would just switch off to it. I'd be like, go, and not watch what was going on. But I was there all day watching everybody, and there's a weird look. Fucking skateboarding's worth a lot of money, but there just isn't that much money watching a contest, watching a demo. It's just not the same. I mean, okay, this was a club, but still, there's no club of skateboarding where there's just a bunch of millionaires that are hanging out at tables having champagne and stuff, watching people warm up. I mean, like the old ladies that want to get taught tennis. There's tennis lessons. There's a career in tennis lessons. You don't even have to be a pro's pro. You could be decent and be pretty good looking. To me, I found when I was there, Katie pointed it out too. I was like, if Katie wasn't there, how many times there was a lot of ladies there that were super interested in hanging out. We could have gone to dinner. things could have happened. I'm not saying it was for sure, but there was a lot of, someone was asking if they could kiss me. There was at one point photos in my underwear where it wasn't stopping.
Can I see
and I
you
couldn't
in
go.
your underwear?
I couldn't. No, I'm super fat right now,
you
dude.
can.
Where?
It's
I'm
on my
sure.
Instagram story. Katie put it on there. But anyway, I stayed in my underwear for a lot longer than, to the point where I was taking a lot of photos with a lot of people, and this lady kept bringing dudes over to take photos with me in my underwear. Then I was looking over to Katie, and she was talking to some other lady, and I was like trying to use like when a dog is hungry, and it just, you feel it, and you look over and he's looking at you. I was trying to use that with Katie, like, hey,
ESP.
like watch this. You know what I mean? Like at least film it, because what is this? Like, can I?
I think a lot of those, especially older-ish women, who have a lot of money, have that whole, like, pool boy, tennis instructor, fitness guy, whatever,
Why don't you bring me next
fantasy or
time?
reality.
I will. Then
I'll
it
go
turned
with you, dude.
then it turned into like, come in here, like, and kiss me, and I'm like, I can't, I'm not gonna do that, and then it's like,
Like a makeout?
I'm picturing Joe Namath on Monday Night Football. I want to get
Nah, it was more of an absolutely fabulous,
Yes.
not the blonde one, the other
Martini
one.
swilling kind of thing.
I'm just saying, if you have to pick like what she kind of looked like. But anyway,
Eddie, Jennifer Saunders. Yeah.
yeah, then it was like, well, he's not my husband. I have another husband, and he has another wife, and if I ask him, it will probably be okay, and you should come to dinner. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm still in my boxer shorts.
Good for you.
Tennis side. This is daytime for charity.
Tennis side.
But I just thought to myself, no one. I was in skateboarding for 20 years. Nobody ever said that I should go to dinner with them and make out with them when they were married to someone else and someone was married to someone else. Well, while I was next to the ramp.
That just proves you can be a gigolo.
It just now. Oh, I know. At a tennis
A
place.
fancy one.
No,
Oh yeah.
It's.
Yeah,
I feel like it's.
Yeah.
I would like to. It's not breaking news, but I would like to announce my retirement, actually,
Of what?
from being gay.
Oh, you're not gay anymore.
It does. It's not a
No,
T-shirt.
he's retiring. He's from his active,
Yeah.
the activity, the
Yeah.
sport.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah.
You're out. You hung the boots up.
Yeah. It's been fun. I liked it, but comes a time where it's not going to work out for everybody.
Yeah, well, you've seen some of these athletes continue on with their careers and just kind of go down the tube, Sometimes
look-
you've got to end up on top.
Not the greatest skateboarder in the world. I'm not the greatest homo either. And that's why it's time for me to hang it up. And
There's a lot of stiff competition
concentrate.
out there.
Very stiff. Very stiff indeed, Kevin. So stiff that I have softened to it, really, and no longer wish to be a part of it.
But I don't understand. I thought that was something. How can you just turn that off?
Well, I can't. It's sort of like.
Just not gonna act on it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm not
So
saying
you
that.
still
I'm
hunger for cops.
Oh.
Well, I guess you could put it like that.
It's just a thirst that will no longer be quenched.
So
It's sort of like
on a-
here you go. It's like all the extra things that have happened in my life are no longer gonna be. That's not gonna be in the. I'm not gonna be. There's a routine that happens every now and then for me. It's not gonna happen anymore. I'm just not. If Katie somehow got a. I don't know how, but if there was a guy involved that was Katie's friend, and sure, but I'm not available or anything. Like there's no grinder, there's no random guys that I don't know. It's so it pretty much means that it's over.
So
But
if I-
it's not like I'm not bi or anything. Just
Right.
not doing it anymore.
So if I text you on a Friday night saying, "Hey, Chase, I'm headed to dinner at the Abbey. Would you like to join me?" That's you're out.
You don't get. Yeah, I would go. You don't. That doesn't mean I'm doing it. If it was like, do you want to go to the Abbey and get blown by somebody? I would go, nah, dude, I don't want to.
But you'll go have you'll go have some food.
I'll associate. I'm just not pulling my dick out. That's it.
Jake Gyllenhaal's here. He's asking about you.
That's something she'd have to
Is
ask
Jake
Katie.
gay?
He'd have to.
No, I'm just.
Yeah,
looking up
yes.
Looking for some tennis pointers.
So
You.
yeah. So but anyway, I think I think that there's a career there for people if you're somewhat attractive or charming. You get down to the tennis court, or if you're, I mean, maybe if you're a trainer, you can train girls, so that's kind of a pickup thing
I think that
too.
happens a lot.
Yeah,
No,
but-
that's definitely a thing. But I didn't realize.
I don't think
that.
there's many jobs that you can turn into a coach and have such a I mean, only if you would be into that. It depends on who you are, you know.
Yeah, if you're a good-looking guy and you can hit the tennis ball around a little bit, and then you can probably pick up some elderly female clients pretty easy. It seems
Yeah, well,
like.
I think you just said girls. I think you need to be specific. I think if you're a 35-year-old tennis pro who's teaching 19-year-old girls how to play tennis, it would probably be frowned upon for you.
Oh,
to
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
ongoing
yeah.
affairs
Oh,
with
yeah,
people.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Totally.
Not girls.
Yeah,
No, when I
ladies.
say
Full-on
girl, of
fucking women.
course I mean
No.
85-year-old woman.
Not
It
85.
does say,
no, I'd say
I know,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
but
I met
it
a
could be.
69-year-old
85-year-old woman shouldn't be playing tennis.
dude.
I'm
I
just
met a
throwing it out there.
69-year-old woman yesterday that looked like she was, I don't know.
Would you?
Well, that's
67?
that's different.
But
Would I?
would you?
Of course I would. I'm a, you know, what I mean, I'm
You're
a
human.
thrill seeker.
You're retired.
I'm not a human.
You're a retired
A
homo.
human, a
and you
human would not do that.
He's a goer.
I got.
Are you battling me? I would. You know what? I would.
My dick thinks it's Christopher Columbus and it just wants to discover shit constantly. I have to argue with it all the time. I'm like, enough of your crusades! My God! Just fucking stay home. No more traveling overseas and weirdo.
Just stay home.
But you know, my dick is a motherfucker. So what do you do?
I'm under the impression, and this is like a cynical way of looking at things, but I think I'm probably correct, that assuming these people are in like married relationships, it's sort of understood the guy may or may not be up to all sorts of things, and this is sort of the consolation prize for the lady that these are the sorts of things she can get up to.
Yep.
Does that sound about right?
That just sounds like life in general, Michael. You know, it's like people have been married however long on their second, third marriage, and you know they're off doing things, and they're off doing things. It seems everybody goes their direction to do what they want to do. It's like the human cycle.
Right, I think it's maybe just a little bit more structured.
Yeah.
And therefore a little bit less seedy, because if you're like a middle class married older lady who's being neglected by your husband, you're probably gonna have to get into some sort of sordid affair, like fucking the butcher and shit like that, and that's
Yeah.
scandalous. But fucking the pool boy isn't, even though they're the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah, you can fuck the pool boy. You just gotta tell me that that's who you're gonna fuck. That's all. I don't know why there's anything wrong with that.
Sounds like
All right,
that's like
I'm going to fuck the pool boy.
Get it, Michael.
As long as
Was
we're-
it that
Michael,
difficult?
Michael obviously clearly hasn't hung his boots up yet.
Frankly, it's less fun this way, but I understand the need for transparency in our relationship.
What were you gonna say, Todd?
I forgot.
All right.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
I got drunk as shit yesterday.
Did you really?
Yep.
Why?
I just don't know. I went out Saturday night
Yeah.
and I woke up Sunday and I went had breakfast and I had a couple of mimosas.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't stop.
And then where'd you go?
Well, then I got back to the house and I watched football and I
What is that?
what's football?
I don't know, man. Just like you know, I mean, you got one day. Just go out, go do something. You know?
I do stuff every day.
I just feel like dudes. If I was a girl, I wouldn't go out with a guy that was into football.
Maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
It's like a weird thing to, because it goes so long, and you don't watch one, you watch a bunch of them. It's just so fucking.
I watch all of them.
Yeah, well, so it's an all day thing. Anything that's all day on the couch is such a. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't.
I
It's
told you
I wouldn't want to watch. If the UFC went for fucking 12 hours, I'd be like, nah, dude. You need to, you know what I mean? We need to move on. There needs to be a main event, and then let's go. I gotta go outside.
I went and ate breakfast and had mimosas. I left the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is very time consuming. Like I couldn't see having a girlfriend and being like, look, I have 2 days off a week, and for one of them you're gonna sit there and watch me
Yeah.
play Nintendo for.
Yeah, it's a
hours.
weird.
Hey,
I
it's only
see.
half the year.
I see that. I see those fucking things on Instagram and shit all the time where people. Because I don't watch it, and I don't make my girlfriend go through any of that. But I guess I put her through other things.
Well,
But
if you
I-
watch the undercard of a UFC, if you watch everything from the Facebook fight straight up, that can go for hours and hours.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or racing at the track or fighting, all
Yeah.
that stuff is kind of the equivalent, except you're more active doing
Yeah,
it.
but see, I would. Go play football all day. Sure.
You think that's gonna be a more
I
exciting?
feel like look, I feel like
no,
Mike
man.
Jasper trains a lot. I feel like Mike Jasper is trying to create something. That's his last athletical thing that he's doing, and he's put everything he's got into it, and he's sort of demonstrating what it takes to be good at something for his unborn child, who is now born. But it's it's not just like I like sitting on the couch getting fat with my friends eating potato chips. Like,
But it doesn't count because it's
how
a
does it
job.
not count?
Okay, but
Well, it is
yeah.
a job.
A woman doesn't
But even if
wanna
it wasn't.
a woman doesn't want to be widowed every Sunday of the year for any sport purpose. But yeah, she'd prefer that you come in after like a bunch of hours out there and you come in all sweaty and shirtless and dump some Gatorade over your head and hop in the line. She prefers that too. You just sat there and waited for Papa John's to come.
Yeah, that's
No,
all.
sure, but yeah, the job thing is different though. I mean, everybody goes to work that works,
Yeah.
and they have.
Yeah,
to
but
do that.
I don't, whether it's right or wrong, going to work too much pisses chicks off too, and vice versa. I'm sure chick goes to work all the time. Man, if Katie was working when I got home every day, I'd be bummed out about it. Unless of course it had to be done. But even if it had to be done, well then that still makes things a struggle, because I mean, you want to see each other, and then if you add the one day a week that you can watch all the games.
Right.
Because you do really switch off. I know that too. That's a good point with the UFC, Tully. Because when I watch that, I'm not... I'm switched off to the world, I'm very focused on it. And then I can't answer questions when there's a main event on. So I could see how if you're a woman who's not into basketball, baseball, or whatever it is that your boyfriend or husband is into, then that changes everything even more. That makes it way harder.
But
Like
you
if you're
just
actually,
work out a system.
dude, that's not.
Because okay, Saturday is our day together. So look,
It's so
human
boring.
being, even if you're in a
You
relationship,
got to get a routine for it.
No, but even if you're in a relationship, you have to be able to have your own time when you do something that just relaxes your mind and you don't have to worry about anybody else or anything else.
I wonder how relaxing it is to watch a football game. I mean, you
Pretty
don't win all the
relaxing.
time.
It's pretty relaxing.
You're always relaxed when you're watching. What about when your team loses? Are you pretty relaxed?
I don't actually follow a team.
Oh, wow. That's a special case there.
Los Angeles NFL fans.
I was gonna say.
So that's why I get to watch all the games.
I was gonna say because I see people out there that listen to the show. They look like they only want one team to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not me. Not me.
Most of the people I see on social media, they look like they're interested in one team
Usually
only.
at the beginning of the game, I'll know who I want to win, but it can go either way. And I'm okay.
Which is even weirder that you would watch all of them. Like, fuck, dude.
What factors into your decision when you choose which team you're going to root for that day?
I like the blue one.
Whether I know someone on the team, or like whether I really like a player on that team,
Yeah.
or that's about it.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because I'm sort of the same way with the NBA, and I follow it pretty closely. And often I don't know until I start watching the game, and then the first close call that goes against somebody, like my body just tells me, like, oh, that's fucked up, and I'm like, oh, I guess I like those guys.
Yeah.
And I
There's a
bet.
weird pecking order of the
Yeah,
entire
it's
league
funny,
that
somebody-
I'm not exactly aware of, but it's in there for
Somebody
sure.
said that to me the other day. Like, they'd watched a couple games with me, and the next thing you know, I'm like yelling at the TV
Right.
when the Patriots are playing, and they were like, I guess that's your team, and I'm like, well, not really, but I guess I want them to
all
win.
relative.
We
Yeah.
both watched a fight where we didn't know the
exactly.
fighters and picked one as like, I like that guy.
Yeah, and it's not because of the color of his trunks. I
Right.
mean, it can be, but it's usually
Or the
something
color
like
of his
Right.
skin. Why does everyone freeze up for that one? I didn't say Heil Hitler or anything. I said, or the color of his skin.
I've never picked a fighter on the color of their skin.
Oh, sometimes it depends on if it's two black guys. I like the blacker guy.
That's racist.
Is it?
By definition.
I just made that up.
Is it?
I'll
Yeah,
just
racial at the very least.
Oh.
Yeah, to make your decisions based on race.
white guys.
Color
White.
of skin.
Oh,
yeah.
I
yeah,
get
I'd
that.
say
What,
so.
there's two white guys, and you go for the albino one.
No way. I go for the tan guy. I'm way more into tan guys than
Wow.
pasty guys make me feel like they're racist, even when they're just,
No one roots for the pasty guy.
right?
Usually it's just like a
That's what it is. Is that what it is?
Powder.
Yeah, but he wasn't pasty, man.
I'm a self-hating paste.
Right. We'll be back.
I'm a self-hating paste.
Boom.
Alright.
That's an early break.
Yeah, that was.
Just for a second.
Do you need it back for the... Back in 3 minutes.
I had that hair restoration appointment on Saturday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It can be done, but it's not worth it.
Right. How
Because
much is it?
Head tattoo fucks with stuff big time.
Really? Yeah,
Said there would be like little holes from the back where they would take it out and have to tattoo over it, and then where they would put it in the front, they would grow back ink
Really?
from where they took it out.
What happens if... You want to do wolf knife names here?
Yeah. So bad.
Here.
Okay.
Still with Will.
Yep.
For the library.
Are you frustrated that your TV bill continues to change month to month? Well, dish out you! And they changed it with the Dish 2-year TV price guarantee. Skibbity-beebity-beebop. New customers can get the channels they want at the same package price, guaranteed for two whole years. That means 2 years of the TV you love at the same monthly price, guaranteed. No second year price increase. No gotcha moments or unwelcome surprises. That's the Dish 2-year TV price guarantee. Because I think this is doing to you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com or visit a local retailer near you. Requirees, credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Taxes and surcharges not included. Other restrictions apply. For full details, 1-844-CALL-DISH. This is tuning to you.
Dana White
has
indicated a willingness to sue Manny Pacquiao and the fucking horse he rode in on.
Yeah, but it must not be true.
Why?
Because they would know that Dana would sue them.
I don't know that.
Maybe Conor McGregor made it up.
Maybe. So, Manny Pacquiao said he reached out to Conor McGregor about a possible boxing match this April, according to ESPN. Dana White, the UFC president, said if they were trying to set up that boxing match, he would take legal action against Pacquiao and, was it Top Rank as his promoter, I believe?
He said whoever his promoter was.
Since McGregor is still under an exclusive UFC contract.
Only until March.
Ooh, the dingo.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How's that work? Typically, I thought
his contract, he has to have a UFC fight before March. That's in his contract. And as far as I had heard through sponsors that sponsor him.
Oh, so you know things.
Yeah.
You're a man who knows things. Tell us things.
I think the Pacquiao fight's going to happen. I was in a meeting last week, and it sounds like it's really going to happen.
So he'll bang out another UFC fight, and then he'll go fight Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. And it will probably be Diaz.
Holy shit, dingo.
Really?
I mean, fucking.
Yeah.
Nick completing the trilogy, not fighting any of the people that...
He said, basically he only wants to fight Conor, and then for Conor it kind of makes sense. Win, lose, or draw, he still, gets paid and do whatever, and people are still happy to see that happen. And then he goes and does a boxing match again, exhibition, makes another $100 million.
Hey, somebody, excuse me, I guess the cold thing is still with me. Someone said to me on Instagram, they DM me, why do you support liberal views and ideas, but you're a gun owner? Liberals and your friends from Hollywood liberals too. Wait, can you just read this? Because I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like...
Why do you support liberal views? This is somebody writing to you, obviously. Why do you support liberal views and ideas, but you're a gun owner? Liberals and your friends from Hollywood liberals, too, want to infringe on then rights, making it harder for legal Americans to own guns. But criminals can, and when they get busted, they get a slap on the, I'm sure he meant to say wrist, and on out. You can't have both or agree with both sides. We as Americans, and you are one now, have the right to bear arms. Start protecting you right and telling your liberal bitch-ass friend to go fuck themselves.
Who are they talking about?
I think this guy makes a lot of good points.
Right? That's why I wanted to point it out. That you can say anything you want to me on Instagram, and every now and then you might even get it read out because you're such a fucking idiot.
It's so funny. Now, regardless.
This is obviously from me posting that I shot my guns with. Eddie lost the fight this weekend, so.
No, that's too bad.
I know. I took it upon myself to
fire them, to shoot the man who beat him.
Very good friend of you are.
Like the American that you are.
Yeah,
Real American.
I took him. I took him shooting at targets at Smoke and Barrel. This awesome place where you can shoot indoors, and they let us shoot some other guns too. Though a police officer was there to witness so that we can shoot them. Pretty serious
Putting
stuff.
aside, well, thank you for justifying all of your gun action.
You have to. You have to, or people come at you.
Putting aside whatever you may or may not believe and whatever your liberal Hollywood friends may or may not believe, it's so funny that I feel now we've apparently moved on from not until recently we've been saying, God, it's such a shame people just fall into these two tribes and they just, if you're on the right, then you believe X, Y, and Z and you hate that other stuff, and then you believe the exact opposite if you're a liberal. Now apparently we've arrived at a point where if you were to say, hypothetically, I agree with everything Democrats stand for, but the gun thing.
Yeah.
That would be wrong because no, you have to either fall in line with one side or the other. Tell me how that's American.
Well, you know from, I don't want to bash anybody for their spelling, but from that DM, you can kind of tell. You put that much thought into it.
I think you put plenty of thought into it.
Well,
There's not a lot of spell check into it.
I don't think you can think that well, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Because why can't you be for
spell.
one thing and for another thing? You know, why do you have to be just one thing? That's ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. To me, like, that, what the political parties, all they're really supposed to be is, like, somebody's Olive Garden and somebody's, like, TGI Friday, and they just try to figure out, okay, you're going to go out on Friday night, you're going to spend $50 on dinner, who can come closer to what you have in mind for the best possible price? And we as Americans go, well, I guess I lean this way, but I don't think that there's a single human being I've ever met who actually 100% believes everything the Democrats believe, or not a thinking person, or if you don't agree with something that your party says, then you're clearly not thinking very hard.
And you also don't have to get super angry that Olive Garden exists. Like,
You should be happy that Olive Garden
if you don't want to
exists.
go there, you don't have to go there.
No, you can always go to TGI Fridays.
Yeah. I really dislike the implication, and I hear it, not the implication, the assertion, I hear it from both sides, that if you believe blah blah blah, or if you would vote for blah blah blah, that you don't love America or that you hate America. Because sure, when I was growing up, I'm not gonna say I've never met anybody who doesn't like America. Sure, I've heard kids be like, man, fuck this country. This country's a piece of shit. But even in their heart of hearts, I don't think they hate them. Nobody hates America. So stop fucking accusing people of hating America.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so stupid. It's so small-minded. It's
peanut butter and jealous if anybody's talking smack too, because me and Dingo are from another country that is considered one of the other lucky countries, and it's way better here.
Yeah, we said fuck you.
You know, and we're the kids. We knew when we were super young, before anybody else in Australia. We were you can put Dingo in it as well, but we were the first. I was the first here. I was the first of its kind that came here to come back to tell them, you think we're fucking ripping. You should see these fuckers. They're on fire. And people were like, nah, mate, you're shitting me. And then they went, and yeah, guess what? They came back to Australia and said, Ellis wasn't fucking lying. This place is pumping. Because it is.
Yeah, this place rules.
It's on fire, man. You can do everything here. It's the greatest thing in the world. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's like tons of weird little corporate things that ban you from doing things that you can totally argue you should be allowed to do. And there's things that you shouldn't be allowed to do that you're allowed to. And you could boil your blood and you could flip out and you can fucking tweet about it all day. And you annoy the shit out of me. Both sides annoy the shit out of me. I kind of back the dude with the, you know what I mean? You tell you're a pussy. I don't know what pussy liberal friend you're referring to. You know what I mean? It's pretty.
Could be me.
It's pretty silent these days when it comes to who I'm hanging out with. So, but yeah, I don't want to hear. I mean, I'm assuming the only reason you think that whoever it is you're pointing out, they must be saying stuff. And yeah, I don't want to hear about it either. I don't want to. I think
people have just been told to say that like if you don't believe in Republican stuff and you live in Los Angeles, well, clearly those Hollywood liberal blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck do you think we talk to, and what do you think we talk about? And by the way, here's one of the things that's great about America. Like, I was at like a kid's birthday party yesterday. We weren't talking about politics at all. But you know what? If like Joe Fox News comes rolling in and wants to talk about that shit, no, he's not. Nobody's gonna beat him up. But no, he's not gonna mix very well in that. Likewise, if I go to fucking Joe Fox News' Sunday football bash, and I start talking about politics, I'm probably not going to be all that welcome.
Right.
You know what? That's fucking America. That's fucking cool. You guys believe what you want to believe. We believe what we want to believe. We respect each other's right to believe what we want to believe. And nobody fucking hates America. It is America that we have different opinions.
Well said, Michael.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little bit on the end was a good idea
It was
too.
great. I watch all the football games.
I love that
What?
snow one.
God
Were
damn
you
it.
actually able to play football in the snow?
No matter how lucky I am, I always feel like I'm not as lucky as Dingo.
No, he's leading a charmed life.
Fucking football.
Did people
Football!
in the snow?
Did they?
Did they?
They did. That was hard to watch. And then the game before, the Army-Navy game was in the snow as well.
That looked cool. I kind of wanted to watch that.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
It's hard to see where the ball is.
I know.
Man, I would have watched that. Nobody told me there was actual snow games.
A lot of snow games.
That's diesel.
Yeah, hardcore. There was a funny meme going around. I think Cupcake retweeted a thing where somebody put Woolly Mammoth on the field.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man, that makes so much sense.
I was more so referring to the football comment, Michael, to that, like anything that's gone on. It's like I like take a little bit of Republican, a little bit of Democratic, and that's that. Like you can't be all in on one and abide by everything and say that's how it works. I think that's like the great part about America is being able to like pick and choose.
Right. I think we can all agree with that. And we can all agree that Brian Ortega handled Cub Swanson this weekend at Fight Night 123.
Man, that guy's terrifying.
I did not see the fight.
That guy.
I didn't see it.
That guy. So anyway, that guy's getting he's getting tagged a little bit by Cub. Cub was winning, but it wasn't like he was hurt. He was just like landing some more strikes. But Brian didn't look like he was in trouble. And then at the end of the first round, he just starts to put a guillotine choke on and then turned it into some sort of little DAS thing. And you could see Cub was like, what the fuck is going on? And he got saved by the bell. And then back into the second round and pretty much a lot of the same shit, except you could tell Brian was just like, I'm not going to be having it, and put him up against the cage and took his neck again, and then did this really crazy guillotine where Cub was still standing, and he pushed off from the cage with his feet, and then when Cub tried to pull out of it, he pushed off again with one foot and let go of his neck with one arm and readjusted it still in the air, hanging off Cub. So I guess he's hanging off Cub with one arm and one leg. Kicked the cage, readjusted, and choked him, made him tap out, standing up. So, and that dude apparently has tied with the most finishes, straight finishes in UFC history, and he is undefeated. And he just beat the shit out of Cub Swanson. Like he killed him. He did land more strikes, but it was very apparent that the jiu-jitsu and grappling game was just another. He is terrifying. Both those submissions that he went for, one that worked and the one that looked like Cub wasn't getting out of, they both look like. I've never seen anybody do a guillotine choke like that. I've never seen anybody adjust in the air like that. And then when they showed the overview of it, I didn't even realize he kicked off the cage again. It's like, what kind of level of who are you? And it's weird because we don't really know who he is, but he's undefeated, and now he is tied with the most finishes with people that have legends, right?
Cub looks terrific these days. His look is just on point. That's terrific.
Katie's always wanted to know where the palm trees end.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
which is a fair enough question. I could see how girls would want to know that.
Yeah, he does look like he's got like a unchopped carrot
right
out of his shorts. The mustache is on point. It's not an unusual haircut, but he really wears it well. I think Cub Swanson is my UFC man crush.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Kenda's gonna be pissed at you, but that's.
I think she can fend me off.
Yeah, so he'll be back to fight another day. But yeah, that's him.
Oh God, he lost to a cornrow guy. Oh. Yes, that's right. That was the last fight on his UFC.
Which sucks because it would have been good if he had beaten him, and then he would have got a giant deal.
So where's Ortega in like rankings kind of stuff?
Well, I know that like Cub was talking about title shots, so I mean I know they're not going to give him a title shot, but I think he should be in line for one.
So number 6 featherweight. I'm trying to figure out who he's coming for.
I mean, Cub's 4th.
Yeah, wow, okay. So now he's going to be, what,
He should fight Jose Aldo or Frankie Edgar or Max Holloway. Those are the only fights that are fair. Or, I mean, he should have a title shot. Jose had a title shot. So Frankie should get a title shot. And
Oh, so Frankie gets a title shot. He fights Jose, and then he gets the winner of Max Frankie. Right. Right. So I'll say it again that Frankie gets his title shot and Jose acts as the gatekeeper for his Ortega in that mix.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Sounds about right. Take that, Chan Sung Young. Nobody cares about you.
Oh man, wait. Yeah. He's very exciting, but Cub beat him up
Okay. Well,
in the
then-
fight of the year kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was a
Holy
year ago.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's who I thought that was. Yeah.
Right. So Cub beat him, so
Oh my god. That
he
was
can't be the gatekeeper. He has to wait. Ortega's undefeated.
Was that this year? Is that fight of the year?
No, it was last year.
Okay, man, that was incredible.
Right? It was amazing.
That one and the Bigfoot hunt are the ones that really stand out to me.
Yeah, those were shocking Asia.
Yeah, just absolute wars. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's going to be some exciting fights there. A lot of young guys coming up. Oh, well, me and Michael don't care, you know.
That was Do Ho Choi.
Wait, well then why is this guy up there? Oh, Doo-Ho Choi, of
He's
course.
ranked 12th?
Wait, Doo-Ho Choi is
Who
12th?
did he lose to?
He lost to Cub in a fucking neck-and-neck battle. How the fuck did he go down that far?
His last fight was to... Man, you gotta be... Whatever Cub is on the list, you gotta be right after him. After that fight.
Yeah.
But wait, that was a while ago, so is it just that he hasn't fought? Maybe he got hurt or something?
Ooh, that's
All right.
a gnarly
Okay.
fight. Man, that's exciting too.
Yeah, that's hot fighting action.
Right?
Very excited you are, Michael.
What?
I'm
Come
really
on, man.
out of it today. I'm just shooting from the hip here.
Yeah, no, you're fucking brought the enthusiasm, that's for sure.
That's all I've really got, so
Yeah.
I'm bringing all of that.
And the homo card.
Well, I was
It's
playing-
not- It's not the first time you said you'd hook up with a guy today.
Isn't it? Oh, you're right.
No.
That's the first time I specifically zeroed in on a target.
No, that's your first MMA target. You've always said you'd fuck David Bowie.
That'd be different. That'd be different.
And your pool boy.
Oh, I did say that.
Yeah.
Boy. Gotta work on getting the pool, then I gotta work on getting a pool boy. Dude,
Yeah.
that guy's going down.
Oh man, boys, he got something to look forward
Jesus,
to in
I've
the
got my
future.
work cut out for me.
Going down.
Jason,
You know when you're cleaning the pool and the dude that owns the house tells you that you're about to go down anal sex style, you're having a bad fucking Monday.
I guess it depends what your pool boy's into.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
You got to get the right pool boy then, I guess.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh. See, so, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do.
No,
Butt
go
fucking
ahead.
pool boy.
Do that one. Do your
But
pool
fucking
boy.
pool boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Senor Tully, it is good that you are back, my friend. You're ready for the butt fucking.
Shimmying up trees and bringing me back papayas and then cleaving them open and.
Oh,
getting
Senor
pieces
Tully,
over our
I have a
heads.
coconut for you.
It's gonna be very erotic.
Oops, I dropped it. Take it away, Senor Tully.
Let's see, we got
Yeah.
some wolf knife names we gotta take care of quickly.
Oh, shite.
Oliver From.
Oliver Bone.
You like that?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Chad Barber is Lexus auto technician. Ricky Barber.
Ken's Barber. Vinny Barbarino. Chad Barbarelli.
Chad Barbarelli's good. Auto Barb. Auto Butt.
Fucking auto butt it is.
Auto butt. Makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Amber Marie Wells
Amber
is
Stone.
the postmaster of the United States Postal Service. So direct all of your complaints about your mail service to Amber Marie Wells.
Lazy bitch. No. Yeah, it's
Going out of business.
Master and cunt mander.
Everything must go.
He got right that Andrew. That's nobody can do that. Amber Hose. Amber fucking blows.
Amber Gaze.
Post. Master. Flash. Amber. Cunt. Let's go back to her.
Eric Lancaster is a construction foreman. Construction of foreskin.
Ancient turds. George Foreman. No. Grill neck.
Grill neck it is.
Yeah, okay. Alan Saris,
Now,
Yeah.
does he work for Colgate, the tooth company?
the peanut butter and jelly department.
Asian face mask.
What the fuck do you do?
He's in the part of the toothpaste company that makes the peanut butter and jelly.
That makes
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I take him at his word that he works in the peanut butter and jelly department of Colgate. And
Yeah.
thank you not to disparage Alan
What's
Saris.
Colgate's biggest competitor?
What about condensed nuts?
What's their biggest competitor? What's another toothpaste company?
What about
Crest.
What about squirted in my mouth?
Crest implants.
There you go. Crest implants.
Eli Carrion
Oh, another postal.
is a driver for FedEx.
UPS, bitch.
Fucking dingo.
What?
I mean, really, UPS bitch? You don't think that's inappropriate to have in his card when he's driving
I
around?
think it's pretty funny.
All right.
All right.
Dingo hooked it up.
Circling back, Amber Marie Wells.
Cunt lidoscope.
Great. There you go. There's your wolf knives. Oliver Bone, Otto Butt, Grill Neck, and more.
Thank you, people, for signing up to the Wolf Knives. Appreciate it. All right.
Do you guys? I still have never watched Making a Murderer. Brendan from Making a Murderer had his appeal denied. Is that something?
Good.
What's
we're
that
cool
mean?
with, or is that something we're outraged?
Well, I mean,
by?
let's renew me on what we're doing here.
I feel like that guy he did some of it too,
I
right?
feel bad. I feel
Didn't he
bad
bu-
for
he-
him. He's not all up there.
That's
upstairs.
bullshit, dude.
He
That's
was lying though. He was totally lying,
If
dude.
he fucked her, he's not dumb enough to not fry for that. Think about if it was your daughter.
I get it. I just
If
don't
he
know where we're
fucked
at.
her
I don't know where we're at in the
and
situation.
the other dude set it up,
Has
but
this-
if he was a part of it, fuck him.
Has the second season come out? No? What are they doing with that? That's been a long time.
They've got new lawyers for the main guy that was accused, and they're still documenting that. They haven't even gone to like a full appeal yet, so they're pursuing different avenues for his appeal.
But he did it.
The kid?
He still says Stephen Avery still says he's innocent.
But he was there, though. They proved that he was there. He said that he was there.
I mean, it was his property, and he doesn't deny that she came to his property to look at like selling cars.
Oh, whoa. I'm talking about the young guy.
There are questions.
Stephen Avery did it, okay? That's the end of that. But the young guy, he was there, and the older guy who had her tied down was like, hey, you want to fuck her? And he fucked her. And then later on, maybe Stephen Avery killed her, but he fucked her.
There are questions to his mental capability.
Nah, I watched it. Yeah, he's dumb. Yeah, and I saw the interview too. He did get forced into some shit, but he also, you said she was tied to the bed and you fucked her. They didn't say was she tied to the bed and then you fucked her. He said that bit. So he was a part of something where, yeah, he's super stupid, and his IQ's really low, but he eats, sleeps, puts his pants on, and he got a hard on,
Does he have a job?
and he fucked her.
No, he was in
jail.
school.
But did he have a job?
No, he's in
He was
school.
He was in school.
16-year-old
Was he in a regular school?
I mean,
Yeah.
we're the
You
Wisconsin.
can go to regular school, you can commit a crime.
Yeah, that's a good point, Michael.
I've got a lot of opinions about the show.
Maybe you should fly up to Wisconsin and.
I think it's best that way.
I know.
Because
I
they
feel like
fucking
it's
play
fun. I kinda know what I'm
they
talking
play
about.
you a little bit in it.
Yeah.
Well, no, they play you because it's one side of the story.
Right, which means you were being played.
Yeah.
guy where he talked to his mom while after being interrogated and said, "Will I still be able to go and watch WrestleMania?"
Yeah.
No idea what was like the consequences.
Sit,
He had no idea what the consequences would be if he told the story about how he fucked a girl that was tied to a bed with his uncle.
Yeah, he sounds like somebody else we would know who would need to get home to watch WrestleMania.
What?
Right?
Okay. None of us in. Okay, so that was like a weird wrestling humorous joke towards Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't do that when it refers to raping and murdering
I'm
people.
not referring
Andrew,
to raping and murdering. I'm not.
Okay, but that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I get it. I was just trying to get a stab in, you know?
Alright,
I'm not going to see him for a while. Yeah, no, you know what? They're fucking in jail doing time and they fucking did it and they're not going to get out. They're not going to get out. They're not going to get out.
Kill both of them.
They're not going to get out.
I'll do it.
When's the second season coming?
Yeah, I got a second season. 2 bullets. It's my second amendment. Fucking liberals, fags.
Meanwhile, in other sex crime news, celebrity chef Mario Batali is.
Who's that?
He's not only been accused of groping.
That's not Elbow Salt guy, is it? Okay.
No.
Salt Bay.
He never did anything to anybody.
Okay.
This guy, we've talked about Batali a bunch of times.
Okay.
Over the years. He's that guy. Molto Mario and Mario Eats Italy.
Yeah. So what did he? So what's the deal?
He's just. There's been a pattern of 4 women have accused him of just being around his restaurants and just like grabbing asses and you gotta blocking doorways and like I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, I'm not gonna move out of your way, so you're gonna have to squeeze past my fat dick to get to it, kind of thing. And he immediately, okay, it doesn't undo anything. His statement was the most comprehensive acknowledgement apology one that I can remember from a person who's in a position of power who's been accused recently, where he's like, those accusations fit actions that I have done in the past, and it's fucked up of me to do that, and I totally apologize to everyone, and I'm stepping away from my work for a while to like evaluate how I can improve as a person.
Oh
like,
shit.
There's always going to be that kind of like, look, dude, this guy drinks a bunch.
Yeah.
Some chicks like you grabbed my tits 20 years ago. He can't say, oh yeah, I definitely did that, because it obviously meant more to her than it did to him. But he basically said, well, he explicitly said, yeah, that's me. I'm a fuck up. I'm gonna stop doing that. And he said, because I think they said his restaurant empire with him and his partner Joe Bastianich, they employ like over 1,000 people at this point.
Oh
he
shit.
said, the successes of my obviously somebody wrote this for him, but the successes of my organization reflect on everyone who works for me, but the failures of this shit reflect on me entirely, and I don't want to take away from the good stuff that all these people are doing, because he actually has, there's a weird thing, he's promoted a lot of women are like chefs in his restaurants or pastry chefs and stuff. He can do really good things for women while also being a drunken scumbag who grabs asses.
Yeah.
And that just seems to be the long and the short of it.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
There's no excuse.
None.
Even if you're drunk.
Yeah. This to me just seems like a pretty pure case of shit that used to fly isn't gonna fly anymore, and I don't think, and you can say, well, why did women not make a bigger deal about it 20 years ago? Because nobody fucking cared 20 years ago when a woman said, this guy told me I should take my top off because he enjoys the view when I bend over, and it's a shame that he's the only one who gets to enjoy it. Like, just shit like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
2017. Taking him down.
He's a gross fat pig. I didn't know this about him, but this doesn't surprise me.
Just another one down the toilet. See you later.
Yeah.
Dingo, you're a very powerful man connected to a very powerful, like a bunch of very powerful people. Do you ever see very powerful people doing stuff like that to ladies?
No, I'd like... Not in, I would say, like my circle of friends, I would like to think are all exactly not those people.
Okay.
And I surround myself with
those
people.
But you do brush shoulders with people that's not your group.
Like I said, even going back to like that Spacey story, I'd heard about Spacey stories for years before that, that all came out. So yeah, you do hear things. And
why didn't you tell us on the Jason Ellis show?
I honestly don't know. I'm sorry.
Do you have any now that you can think of that haven't come out about anybody that you've always known about?
I don't. I've
That would have been. Nobody's listening to this fucking show anyway, but because I reckon you've let off like 5 or 6 bombs that no one caught on to.
Yeah.
We're not TMZ locked in.
Yeah, but no, I unfortunately I think now most of the ones that even if I would have been like maybe they. Like Jeremy Piven, they ended up canceling his show. So it's
you knew that? Did he try and take advantage of you?
No, I never tried. He actually hated me. I slapped him once.
Hell yeah.
We were at a golf tournament in Arizona, and he hosted it, and I won an award for actually being the most drunk out there.
So then you slapped slapped him.
Well, I got on stage and I was like, cheese, because he was in that movie Old School. They called him Cheesy, like
Yeah,
put in the beer.
yeah.
And then and he goes, yeah, real original. And I slapped him in the face.
Yeah, well, that's original.
That'll teach him.
Yeah, so anytime I see him after that, he never really wanted anything to do with me. But I did know that he has always like slid into DMs of friends of mine, girls.
Yeah,
he's
you
that guy. He's a creepy guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because he's Jeremy Piven, he felt like he could just DM. And I've seen fucking shit he's written to girls, so it's like,
Like what?
hey, I'm in New York. If you want to come fucking hook up with me, or this or that, or blah blah blah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, here's my cock. What about that?
That's wrong. Hey, I'm in New York. If you want to hook up, let me know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what is wrong with that?
Well, nothing wrong with it, but
So then what's your problem with Jeremy
Well, I
Piven?
gotta slap the bitch.
I don't do. No, I slapped him way before I knew that. I'm just saying that, like, if you're some fucking creepy fucking 40-year-old Hollywood dude that like slides into 21-year-old girls' DMs all the time, you're fucking creepy,
Yeah,
right?
thank God.
I guess so. There's nothing wrong with doing that in and of itself. James Franco kind of went down for that, but I forget how it was exposed. But he was like in New York, and it was just some chick who was just like a fan, and he's just like, hey, you want to like?
Yep.
Yeah, but Jeremy Piven,
He's really turned it around.
Yeah,
though.
But no, he fully owned it. He's like, what? I'm single, and this girl was like, liked my thing or whatever, and I realized she was nearby, so I was like, hey, you want to come to my hotel room?
Yep.
right?
Where are we as a world where celebrity dudes can't fuck hot chicks who want to fuck them?
Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would say that like Jeremy Piven is a guy that struggled in Hollywood, then became like a big success story.
When he got his hair back.
You know, through Entourage, later on in his life, so then all of a sudden he was never fucking girls of this career, you know what I'm saying? Like, struggling, gets it, and then he gets there, and then he's some creepy dude. And what I mean, like, the difference is, I doubt James Franco is, like, flying somewhere and then, like, Instagramming 25 girls to try and get one to be like, oh, hey, I'm a fucking Jeremy Piven, you want to come suck my dick? Like, I don't think James Franco has to, nor does that, nor has to do that. Whereas I've known Jeremy Piven has been doing that for years, so when he gets accused of whatever accusations are up, you're like, oh yeah, for sure, that dude's probably gonna go down.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
You know? Right on the tip of like, he just got a new show again on CBS.
Andrew, I saw the hair restoration doctor on Saturday morning, and it can be done, but you have to get I have to get individual hairs taken out and then put in the front, and then you have to take like some other, you get PRP shots, and there's like all these other like hormone things you can do. There's a fight you can do, but for me, because of the head tattoo, every hair taken out of the back, there'd be a little dot there, so I'd have to get it tattooed over. And then when they take it out of the back, because my back of my head's tattooed, where they put their hair back in the front, where that hair follicle will start to grow, so will be the circle of ink that from the tattoo from the back, which means I would have to get laser tattoo removal of the dots in the front to make the tattoo normal again. It would be there'd be little dots there, but it doesn't matter about me. But the fact that if you have the money, you can get, if you have any hair on the sides, they can take it from your beard. They can do stuff. You can do it. I can't do it. Yeah. Something like that. No, I would rather have it back so you could see the tattoo a little bit, but I don't care. But yeah, I could do it and then just have hair and not shave it. But if I shaved it, I'd have to get the tattoo reworked. Yeah, but see, you're bolder than him. He did HGH and a bunch of, I mean, I'm assuming HGH and TRT and maybe, and see, then the doctor was telling me that you have to, he's like, you could do it, and then you just, once a month, you get these PRP, and I'm like, once a month? Fuck off, like that's just not a game that I'm willing to play. I'll just shave my head. Yeah, no, this is once a month for the rest of your life. Yeah, so they haven't figured it out. They kind of have figured it out, but they haven't figured it out like pressing a button, you know? It's sort of, you can do it, but man, it's sort of like, now I'm into CrossFit. No, now I'm no longer into CrossFit. I'm into hair restoration. And then yeah, you will have sensational hair yet again.
I wonder what percentage of, let's just say, Tom Cruise's...
that was the other thing he said. Mm-hmm. If you're younger now and you start to see something happening, they'll fucking get that to go back over and lock it down and it'll never go away. He's like, from here on out, if you're receding, you're fucking sweet. It's the people that are like, wait, you can restore hair, and you've already gone bald. You're toast.
Unfortunately, I think our life, our advancing into old age is going to have a lot of that. That we're the last people who can't be saved from this, that, and the other thing. I think there's going to be a ton of that. But like, say Tom Cruise. I think that guy does everything possible, everything under the sun. No time or effort or expense will be spared to keep him looking as much like Top Gun Tom Cruise as possible.
And he can do it because he's still got something there. I thought you said Satan Cruz.
Top Gun.
For a second, I'm like, man, that guy sounds so badass. Satan Cruz.
Like, how much time and how much effort does he put into all of the things that he does to keep himself young? It's got to be
every day,
stupendous, every single day.
Every single day, and it costs lots and lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
It's so gnarly that he has no time to see his children.
Jimmy, you're a good friend of Jeremy Piven's, allegedly. Okay. What? Why? Wow.
I'm glad I slapped him.
And when you were friends with him back then, was he bald?
So in your opinion, based on whatever the hell you claim to know, what's so bad about him?
Sorry, you broke up there, Jimmy, longtime friend of Jeremy Piven's. You broke up for a second. This, if people are just tuning in, this is Jimmy, longtime friend of Jeremy Piven's. Did some theater with him and has his opinion on Jeremy Piven. Go ahead, Jimmy. Not anymore, right?
Now, how are you and the rest of Jeremy Piven's friends supporting him through this current time of crisis?
Right. That's fair enough. You're just tuning in. This is Jimmy, a man who actually gave some of his hair to transplant to Jeremy Piven so that he could get his hair to grow back.
If it makes you feel any better, I did like some Jaguar event like 3-4 years ago, and I got sat right next to him, and he completely turned his back to me for like an hour and a half, like complete 180 on a row sitting next to people. So wow. I think I offended him enough to where we got him, Jimmy. We got him. Fuck that guy.
All right.
Jeremy Piven's longtime best friend.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thank you, Jimmy. There it is.
Well, now he doesn't have a
Jeremy Piven's longtime gay partner, Jimmy, on the phone saying that, Jeremy can be hard to deal with.
But he will always love him.
But a hell of a lover. Hell of a sexual Tyrannosaurus in the bedroom. They love each other. We'll be back.
Cool. So the other fan Twitter put that Cub Swanson is my UFC man crush at Cub at Kenda.
Do they have their baby?
Yeah.
Yep. She was at the fight. Good thing she won't remember it. Where you going, Betsy?
Washroom?
Oh. I'm gonna get a cappuccino.
Start your break, Ron.
Large? My friends parents, they were buying or selling a condo to Jeremy Piven in Chicago, and he was a dick in that whole thing too.
So he really is just a dick. Michael, are you going to change your opinion? Because I feel like you're being fighting for Jeremy Piven over there.
Oh no, I'm sure he's a huge asshole. I've never met him, but.
Yep. Excuse me. What has happened here?
Don't forget.
I probably added 2 stories to it.
Okay.
G'day LA. Shit. Gotta focus.
Ring's mission is to make neighborhoods safer. Today, over 1 million people use the amazing Ring video doorbell to help protect their home. Rings knows more security begins at the front door. But it doesn't. Yep, doesn't end there. So now they're extending that same level of security to the rest of the home with the Ring floodlight cam. Huh? Just like Ring's amazing doorbell. Floodlight cam, motion activated camera floodlight. It connects right to your phone with HD video. A two-way audio that lets you know, what moment when anyone steps into your property. Speak to visitors. Even set off an alarm right from your phone. The Ring's floodlight cam. When things go bump in the night, you'll immediately know what it is. When they hear a away, the floodlight cam lets you keep an eye on your home from anywhere. Ring floodlight offers all the ultimate in home security with high visibility floodlights and powerful HD cameras that put security in your hands. With floodlight, you're always so. Save up to $150 for Ring Security Kit when you go to ring.com/store. It's ring.com/store. It's ring.com/store.
It's been some time since we've been here on the Good Day LA set, and Shark, it is great to have you in here. I know you've probably been a very, very busy man. Christmas time upon us. Where do you spend the holidays?
I mean, of the world, wherever the wind and the sails takes me.
Okay then, and Jason, of course, it's good to have you here again.
I'm always here.
Yeah.
But it is great, nonetheless.
Shark, have you been following the golf as much? Some people saying Tiger Woods is back.
Bunch of pussies these days.
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa, hey, so you're not saying he's back?
None of these kids could handle.
How many push-ups?
Shaq.
How many push-ups can you do in a row, Shark?
I have been known to do 6 or 7,000.
That's a lot of push-ups. How much time do you spend there on the ground? And I can see there, are your feet elevated? You elevate your feet when you do your push-ups.
It is proper form.
So the proper form is feet up on the bench.
Yes.
Where can we go up there? What's this?
You're looking at my Instagram.
Yeah, we are on your
Jack
Instagram right here.
Greg Norman.
And they look like some throwbacks you put up there. Or is that you now dressed as?
I am known to dress as Crocodile Dundee.
He's hilarious when he does it, because at this point he pretty much looks exactly like Paul Hogan did in that movie, which is wild.
You slowly have turned into Paul Hogan.
And that's your wife, Shark.
I don't even recall that young lady's name.
That's your wife.
Fuck yeah, man.
I do not recall her name.
No, you've been married to her for some time now.
Before I lowered my pants and said, "That's not a dick."
No. She travels.
Then I rub it furiously. That's a dick.
No. She travels with you everywhere.
All right.
I love her dearly. Love of my life.
Andrew, stop putting up photos of the Shark's Instagram, because we're not going to get through this, all right?
A woman was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor battery following the altercation at Florida McDonald's.
Yeah. I reckon the Florida McDonald's is going to be one of the most dangerous places on...
Well, Shark lives in Florida. Why don't you ask him?
Shark, have you been to that McDonald's?
I have not been back to the Golden Arches since they got rid of the McDLT.
Witness St. Jean was
statement.
Was at a Golden Gate,
outside hot, cold side cold,
Florida McDonald's around 9:30 p.m. Thursday when a woman from the drive-thru came into the store to complain about the bacon on her sandwich.
Yeah.
According to the police report, the woman alleged that her sandwich did not have fresh bacon. McDonald's staff informed the woman that the bacon was fresh and did not believe them. The 24-year-old St. Jean said she began arguing with the woman who had come in because St. Jean did not like the way the woman was talking to her friend who was working. Eventually, the woman was given new bacon and just left the McDonald's to get back in her red Nissan. St. Jean left after and saw the woman outside her car, where the argument started again and then escalated into...
Nissan?
Yeah, that's how you say it. That's how you say it too, dude.
Yeah.
Good.
That's how you say it too, alright? I know you haven't been home in some time, but fucking keep your fucking Nissans moving, alright?
Shark's been in the States for too long, ding.
And then the girls ended up in a punch-up. I didn't really know that.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, they ended up in a punch-up.
Who won, or did it get knocked down, or who breaks it up? Is it on YouTube? I got a lot of questions.
The story didn't peak until the very end. The last 4 words are into punches being thrown, and then it ends.
It was a McFlurry of blows.
I'm so glad we keep you around. Oh yes, you can ring the bell. Shark, have you ever been into outer space?
I'm not at liberty to speak about that.
Pretty gnarly, right?
I think that's a yes, huh?
Pretty gnarly
Probably
answer.
Shark,
Shark's been to space for sure, yeah.
Well, you might be familiar with the first ever pizza party in space is getting sky-high reviews.
It's probably not the first pizza party, and you probably should ask the Shark about it.
Shark, has there ever been a have you had a pizza party in outer space?
Nor do I.
Right.
I feel like the Shark would have a pizza party.
Yeah.
He would reveal his new Pinot Noir.
Yeah, there's him and there's him and Branny.
My Instagram. Shark
Astronauts in the International Space Station posted pictures and a video over the weekend of their small, made-from-scratch pizza pies. The fixings flew up last month on a commercial supply ship. Okay. The crew wasted little time pulling out the flatbread, tomato sauce, cheese, pepperoni, olives, olive oil, anchovy paste, and pesto.
Sounds like a yuppie pizza.
Very yuppie. I would have sent Domino's with ranch.
That's what I'm saying.
What's your favorite pizza, Shark?
Pineapple pizza.
Okay, good for you. Hawaiian.
He's really stepped into the character.
After making their individual size pizzas...
I mean, pineapple pizza, that was such a fast answer. Very impressive.
Like floating frisbees, the astronauts tossed and twirled them like floating frisbees. We all understand what they would have done. Before devouring them, Commander Randy Bresnick called the pizzas flying saucers of the edible kind. I don't really care about this story. Shark, do you think that the world is flat?
Suck.
That is the most pathetic pizza I've ever seen.
Those pizzas are so fucking gross. They're cold, yo.
They look freezing.
They're cold. The fuck you guys trying to act like we can't wait? Are they heating that up? Oh, they did heat it up. Still sucks. Fuck them. Fuck
Right.
astronauts.
Fuck space.
Yeah, fuck space.
It's Putin.
Star Wars? Have you have you been a Star Wars fan, Shark?
Oh, I'm a stormtrooper.
You didn't know that in the first Star Wars, Shark's good friends with Spielberg, obviously, and he let the Shark run the stormtroopers for the first 2 Star Wars. True story.
Star Wars fans' reactions are in. Twitter was alight with fever Saturday night after the world premiere in downtown Los Angeles, and the first ever public screening of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the 8th installment in the Skywalker saga, directed by Rian Johnson. Based on the early reaction on Twitter, The Last Jedi is a massive hit! The best Star Wars movie ever, said comicbook.com's James Viscagnati.
Shark, real quick, can you explain to me this photo here on your Twitter?
There?
You're in a cubicle.
I was visiting a cubicle.
Yeah, no shirt on though, Shark.
Well, I at that point had only done 3,000 to 4,000 push-ups that day.
Right.
So
Right, and you had a...
falling behind schedule.
Right, I'll say no more, that's all.
Say
You're just
no
keeping
more.
up.
The Hollywood Reporter's Aaron Kraut said it was Mark Hamill's best ever performance as Luke Skywalker. The Last Jedi features Carrie Fisher's final performance as the Princess Leia, the actor filmed...
I'm sorry, the Princess Leia?
Leia? Leia.
It is pronounced Layla.
Leia.
Yeah, I believe Eric Clapton wrote a song about her.
Good.
He's a huge Star Wars guy.
Star Wars. Well, you know what?
Oh.
Chewbacca.
No. Come on, we can't talk about that. Like, she passed away. We can't talk about that. She
We can't talk about what? Like Princess Leia?
Leia.
That would be kind of an insult, right? To say her name
I
wrong.
didn't fucking proofread, alright?
Wait, you didn't proofread? But what about when it came out your mouth? Did you proofread that one?
I lost the story I want to read. Shark, have you ever flown Southwest Airlines? I know you have a private plane and you do it in style. Have you ever heard of Southwest Airlines?
Yes, I've flown their planes many times.
Yep.
Sometimes with passengers.
Yep. What are you doing here, Shark? You're almost upside down doing push-ups.
Zero gravity.
I mean, I don't know how old you are at this point, Shark, but if I'm living in your house, I'm going insane because you need to stop doing hardcore exercise around the house with no shirt on.
Testosterone's coursing through my veins.
I guess it really is pumping hard.
Anything that gives what's a face a break.
Southwest Airlines pilot was forced to declare an emergency on Saturday after the passenger reportedly told a flight attendant she would kill everybody on the plane. The trouble started. Have you ever had to do emergency landings before, Shark?
Constantly.
I know, right?
Yeah, the trouble started after
the only kind I make.
Female passenger disabled a smoke detector aboard the Southwest flight 2943 from Portland, Oregon to Sacramento and proceeded to smoke on board, Southwest confirmed on Fox News. After she was caught, the woman created a disturbance. I have a destination for this. I have a destination for myself, and I need to go there. The woman can be heard saying in the footage provided by Coin6. I swear if you land, I will kill everybody on this plane. She shouted, I will kill everybody on this plane as she continued to shout.
Playing silly buggers.
I mean, I feel like you've had a few ciggies up on your plane, a few sneaky ciggies.
Never.
There's more stories. I'm trying to find them.
They appear to be in your hand.
Popular comedian Hannibal Buress was arrested Saturday night in Wynwood on a disorderly intoxication charge after an encounter with a police officer. Buress, 34, was booked in Miami Dade jail at 1:57 Sunday and posted bail just before 6 a.m. record show. Have you been to jail before?
Never caught.
Have you been to jail before, Jace?
Yeah.
Lots of times. A video circulated on social media showed Buress handcuffed against a Miami patrol car and talking to officers. The report says Buress' barely bloodshot eyes and strong scent of alcohol asking an officer standing in the corner of Northwest 2nd Avenue on 20th Terrace to call an Uber from him. When the officer declined, Buress became angry and belligerent. I mean, what? We got any good stories? I don't even know. What am I reading?
The dingo does not approve of that story.
Does anybody?
I don't know, do they?
He was a strong.
I don't even know. Is that him?
Yeah, wait.
What's that guy been? Oh, he is a comedian.
Yeah, you've seen him, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. No, I've seen him.
Wait, he's really the Bill Cosby guy? Like, that's what he's known as? Isn't he, like, more than that? I know, but he's a comedian in his own right. He's not the dude. I mean, yeah,
But
he
he didn't
did
even
do
do
that.
anything wrong. He, like, talks shit to a cop, and that's it.
What are you talking about, dude? You can't, it's like, disorder. You can't talk shit to a cop drunk. Go to jail. Who cares?
I know. That's what the story says. Who cares? Exactly.
It's kind of more of a story if it's like Jennifer Aniston got drunk and
I
started
would
yelling
love to read a story about J.A. Aniston being handcuffed at 157 fucking South Beach,
wouldn't.
Miami. You know?
Jane Fonda shit cane urinating outside of Sheraton.
The millions who watched this summer,
That's hot.
total eclipse. Shark, did you watch the eclipse? It was a big
See, I
deal
feel like the
this year.
shark has actually seen that. He just didn't report it.
Right, yeah, right.
I looked directly into the eclipse.
Okay, well, you might have had what this lady had.
What?
A lady from New York who has been left with a crescent-shaped burn in her eye.
Yeah, well, that was her fault, wasn't it?
The
We
JAMA...
just discovered this now.
Hang on, I got a big word coming. The JAMA orthotomology, the orthotomology report Thursday says the woman went to New York...
I think he's having a stroke.
New York Eye and Ear Infirmary
Do you smell
3
toast?
days after the August 21st solar eclipse, complaining of blurred and distorted vision.
Yes.
She told doctors that she looked the sun without an eclipse, several glasses several times with about 6 seconds, and then put on a protective glass as she borrowed from a stranger and stared at the sun for about 15 to 20 seconds.
What an idiot.
Doctors used an
Gordon, it's the
adaptive
sun.
optics scanning light orthotomoscopy to view the damage
means
done
not well.
to their retina. The images show
Right in the retina, you say.
retina in her retina. Retina.
I tell you, if Retina ever calls me again, that's the end of it.
You read that fucking word.
Retina!
She's a
It's
lawyer.
not retina.
You pay her
Retina would
a
be spelled
retainer.
R-E-T-N-A. This is R-E-T-I-N-A. Retina.
Look, I can't spell or
Retina-
read, but it's
retina
just the
with
way
eye.
you're telling the story. It just looks like it's something in the eye, and it sounds like
The-
I'd go with retina, but I mean, what do I know?
It's not retina.
It's gotta be retina.
It's retina.
It can't, but there's no retina in your eye, so you just got to go with retina, especially if you know you can't read.
The image.
Andrew, is it retina?
Context clues.
It is retina. Not everything sounds the way it's spelled.
Yeah, no, I've known that for some time now. That's why I just wing it when it comes to those ones. I'd go with retina.
Retina.
There you go.
The images showed a liaison that resembles the solar rim during a partial solar eclipse on her left eye.
You want to try what that liaison word actually is?
What is it?
Lesion?
Yeah. Again, it yeah.
A lesion in the
It looks
retina.
different. It looks different to me.
A legionnaire in the renarianus.
Quite enjoyed that motion picture, Dangerous Lesions.
Anyway, something come up there, and no, but in all realness, I had remembered something in my head, but we've got to give our heart goes out to Kevin Robertson.
Oh man, you can't.
What? I just remembered it, and then we wouldn't say anything, and
I
then
know,
I'd
but
be
we're making
gone.
fun of you not being able to read, and now you're gonna fucking bring Kevin into it.
Oh, it just popped into my head, and I just want to, I feel
Yeah.
like we lost, somebody that was, a good human and
Oh.
a huge, inspiration to action sports and people all around the world and kids, and unfortunately he passed away of a heart attack on Saturday at the age of 45.
Is it a heart attack? It's being widely reported as a stroke.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that-
what I
Sorry,
was
stroke.
I know, really shocking. I guess I saw the news on Saturday night. Is it 40?
45.
45.
No, he's 45,
And not the exact opposite of a hard partying guy, right?
Yeah.
family man, like I was saying to Jason before, the agent that we work with in the public speaking with the school kids, he was part of the same program.
Yeah, but he didn't even party back in the day though. He was like,
He's
A
a corny guy.
yeah, he was. I mean, I still follow him on Instagram. He always had a lot of respect for him. You know, we're never the same kind of person at all. But he was a good dude and a real family man. Like more than anybody else I know in action sports. So I just can't. I mean, I'm 46. I such a mess. I've had a heart condition before. It's just wild that he can just be plucked off the planet so out of nowhere like that. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, that guy not only was a dad, he was like made to be a dad.
Yeah, it's just it really freaked me out when I heard, because I was, you sort of, you joke about your younger years, about the stuff you do, and the friends you have. I just feel like things come and go, and that's life. But I mean, that could just be it could be us. Just nowhere. There's no sign. I don't see no reason why. There's no, I mean, he maybe he got hurt a lot. I don't know if that does anything. Being knocked out a lot, if that does stuff to force a stroke to happen. I don't
know how that works, but yeah, he took a lot of. Yeah, he slimmed his stuff all.
So I don't know. Or it's just one of those things that can happen. Like I just saw a spot in the in the office. He had open heart surgery the other day. It can happen to anyone, but when it happens to people like this, those are people that I spent a lifetime with, as far as I'm concerned, and they're one of us. And it's just so wrong for this dude not to be here, his kids. So it's just more of facts that doesn't matter what you are, what you do. You can just get taken off the planet. And if you've got kids, man, you really want to. You know what he does? I guess you can have no regret for spending your time on Earth with what time you were given. You gave it all to your children, and you're an inspiration to. Such a positive guy. One of the most positive people I've met in action sports, and at the same time, it's meant to be that positive and to risk your life, because he was a part of the mega ramp world where he was he put his life on the line, and was probably in the top 5 people that was up for the task out of all of us. He was a true warrior when it came to doing. He did some crazy shit on a bike. So his wife and everything. I mean, it's weird because I didn't really know him that well, Just always, you respect each other when you're in the same game. We've been on tour with each other, and it's not right. It's not fair. It's not right. These are the people that should stay and do stuff for the world and for their children, not us. He would be top 5 dude that should stay here and do great things for everybody. I think I follow him just to sort of see what it's like to be a real man. I feel like he makes me feel like a tiny man. When I match myself up against him, because of how giving he is to everybody around him. Seemed like that anyway, like I said. And it's weird to. I mean, secretly I would look at him like, man, those pants are stupid. Why would you have that haircut? But compared to another person that I would see in the supermarket that had that haircut and those shorts, there was just this other part of respect that I had, where it made me realize what a weird bond we had. There's many times that we spent where we were in the elevator together, going up to this fucking, to throw ourselves off this fucking giant jump that only like 20 people in the world would jump off. So you bond with these people, and you realize that just because they got funny shorts on or frosted tips doesn't mean that they're not a cool dude. Turns out might be actually one of the coolest dudes out there. Funny how some of the coolest dudes out there are the most uncool when it comes to just what pants you should be wearing and shit like that. In my experience, the people with the coolest pants and the coolest shit are oftentimes like not really the most genuine people, because they spend so much time worrying about their pants. But I mean, kid-wise, that's when you're on tour, you get to see people's parental skills flexing, because you get to see them for a day or two, and then you're back on the bus, and this dude was just 110% committed to it, As a dad, you see these things. And there was never, man, I can't remember if I've ever seen that dude being a douche. Just his shorts and shit. That was the only douchey thing about it. He was just always a sweet dude. And Mirror and all these people, we were a part of this thing that'll never. It's it's so crazy to know that I'll never see him again. We were just kids the other day, seems like. And then you look on Instagram and you see all your friends and they're starting to die. I mean, dude, I'm not fucking 70.
No.
All these people dying on social media, and it's like your little pockets of friendship and the life that you live. Make the most of it, man. Because that's the one thing I don't regret. I feel like I really try to make the most of it. So if I do get taken like this, if I do have a second to think about it, I know that I made the most of it. Definitely very annoying and hard to deal with. Super apologetic for that. Probably in the last couple of moments, but definitely made the most of it as well. So that dude, he doesn't have to say that he was a fucking butt fucker for a couple of seconds before he died. He was just a sweet dude all the way through. Fucked up stuff.
Yep.
He'll be missed. So yeah, there's that. Fucking god damn it. I might get hair restoration when I'm 60 if I make it there.
So
and
what's
just
the
grow
difference,
the hair
like?
over the tattoo and be like, fuck the tattoo.
So they put the plugs in the back of your hair?
No plugs. There's a new way. They take individual
head, sorry?
hairs. They can take hairs. If I had a twin, I could take his hair and put it in my head. But I don't.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can't take my hair.
No. I was like, can I take my daughter's? They're like, nah. I'm like, man. Because she
Ah.
took mine.
Yeah.
Be cool if I could take it back.
Yeah, you want some of that red hair?
I
back.
would love that hair. Because she has the most powerful hair out of any person I've ever met. And I think that's why I'm bald.
Yeah. There you go.
She took it all.
You gave it all. You gave it all up.
I think I did.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
Good
guess
dad.
the fit. Yeah,
It's a
right.
Good dad.
Good
Yeah.
dad. Good dad.
You have it all. I'll
Here,
pick it up.
here. Have it all. Don't worry about me. I'll just let my head burn in the sun everywhere I go.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Whatever.
There's 2 more days until the Hungerthon auction ends?
Yeah, and now we're really gonna have a pool party. We're talking about doing a show from my house and having all kinds of different contests. So if you're to bid on this, not only will you be helping out the children, but you will get an exclusive hangout at my house, exclusive radio show where we go hard in the paint. We're talking. I'll have all kinds of models and games and who can hold their breath the longest, swimming contests, and you can have like challenge Cool Beans into who can smash the most eggs on their forehead. A lot of stuff to be won and giveaway and just everything, anything you want. It's going to be there if you are to bid on this and be the winner. So 2 days left.
Yeah, we're doing something for a really good cause, and we'll try our best to make it worth your while.
Yeah. Dingo, will you be there?
What day?
It depends on the winner's schedule, whenever they can come to LA.
Just say yes, Dingo.
Well, I might not be here. I might be
well,
on
there you go.
vacation.
All right.
Good for you.
Yeah. Vacation for me starts Saturday. So
Yeah.
if you get it done before Saturday,
It will definitely not be before Saturday.
well, I won't be there.
It'll be in all
Oh!
likelihood after
What
the
about 2018? You available in
back.
2018?
I'll be back.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
I'll
What
be
are
back.
you doing on February 16th at 10:30 in the morning?
Let me check my schedule.
Speaking of the future,
Yeah?
we took a look back at some predictions people made in the distant past about the future to see.
I never get these right.
I did. I got Donald
is
Trump.
Yeah.
No. That's not. This is something a little bit different from that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
This
I
is
did
just-
pick that.
Like, people just are always making predictions about what.
Can we bring the dick punching machine in for Dingo today? I mean, I just feel like every now and then he needs a fucking punch in the dick. Won't make it. Yeah. When he gets punched in the dick, don't fucking do whatever that was. It's just like a dog, you know what I mean? Like, you can't explain to him beforehand.
That's
Just
not the
let
way he learns.
Yeah, that's not the way dingoes learn. Just punch him in the dick when he does it. See what happens. See if he figures it out. It's like a maze for your dick to make it out of by the end of the show. Anyway, sorry, Michael.
So no, not at all. It's just very difficult to predict what's going to happen in a month or 6 months. 6 months, much less in decades or centuries. But that doesn't stop people from making predictions. So we put together a list of some predictions that were made like 100 years ago. I'm just going to see how close these experts of the day came to predicting our present
Right.
world.
This is awesome.
Like Nostradamus and shit. Those pussies.
Not necessarily people who thought they had psychic power to predict the future, just people who thought that they could see trends. Okay, like for example, in 1909, a French dude by the name of Jules Bois.
Yeah. Sounds pretty French.
What?
Well,
right.
he made a prediction that what people's idea of feminine beauty would change. He said that people back then were really into chicks who seemed like really physically weak.
Yeah.
And, you know, like couldn't really do shit for themselves. And
Yeah.
he thought that it would give way for a society in which beauty and muscular development in women would be prized.
Yeah.
And that was pretty
Yeah,
forward-thinking of
I
him.
would fuck a weightlifter. But not anymore, though.
I think there was a period of time where
I thought we hung those boots up, dude.
Well, female weightlifter
Oh,
even,
that I'm
even-
friends with.
even a lower level than
That would be the only way.
don't they kind of have
What? No, they
You just
don't.
did
No,
the
they
little- you just did
don't.
the little pinky thing.
No, they don't all
big
have.
clitorises?
Lady dicks.
They don't all have big clitorises.
I was just asking.
Some of them have huge penises.
Anyway. Oh man, Michael, unnecessary.
I was thinking about this when Madonna first got really, really fit. I think we were all kind of like, oh, that's like a little bit too much. You're a little.
Some
too
people
defined."
did say that. I remember hearing that.
And I think I felt that way. And I think if you went and saw pictures of when she first did that, you would say that she was just ahead of her time, and that as buff as she was then is actually pretty attractive nowadays.
Fair enough.
Then I think she kind of kept going, and I think she's still ahead of the curve of what we prize in a lady.
Fair enough.
She's pretty wiry, that Madonna.
I'm still super into her.
Oh my god, yeah.
But that's me. I'm weird.
No, but she's Madonna. Is that her?
No, that's
No,
not.
Is that
Thank
Cheryl Crow?
God.
Cheryl Crow jacked?
That's not
Oh, that's
Cheryl Crow.
Elsie? Oh, that's Sporty Spice.
She's on steroids.
Definitely living up to her name.
Everybody, all the girls in the world are on steroids now.
Okay, so I guess I'm
She
still,
looks awesome.
I'm still very attracted to Madonna, but is that if you could design 2017 Madonna in a lab, would you ideally want her to be as jacked as she is? I
Man,
could
she's
probably-
like as jacked as Felice Herring.
Yeah, she is.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think she's eaten a carb this century.
Oh god damn, I'm super into that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to bang an MMA fighter, and I mean,
This whole time
Madonna-
you could have just done Madonna.
yeah, well, there's that whole "they don't fuck me" thing. I think Felice Herring. If I was single, I think we could have had a thing.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
I'm not.
So this French guy, Jules Bois, also predicted.
Whatever.
Wow. Yep.
Predicted that by this point in the future, nobody would live in cities. Cities would remain.
They fucked up hard on that one. Maybe in another 100 years that'll be right though.
Well, so here's what he said. He predicted a kind of flying bicycle, which would allow people to travel the air at will far above the earth. We would still work in the cities, but everybody would clear out and go back to our country homes.
How many years ago was this prediction?
This was over 100 years ago.
Yeah, no, I think he's right.
So
'cause-
there was no planes 100 years ago, right?
No, that's why I think he predicted flying bicycles. He was just doing his best to try to
Yeah,
imagine
no.
what an individual flying thing would look
Yeah.
like.
No, but this.
It's possible. I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where everybody leaves, but we're definitely getting to a point where rich people leave the city at night in little flying bicycles.
Man, if you could fly your own bicycle, so you were only going bicycle speed, then you wouldn't need a pilot's license, and they could do that. If they could make like flying bicycles where you didn't go that fast, so it was like look out, and people could move because it took time to go somewhere. Wait, is that a flying bicycle?
Yeah.
Holy
is that thing?
shit! I mean, somebody. Dude, if I get that, I will fucking kill myself in an hour.
I
Yeah.
know, you're
I
just
mean, I'm
surrounded
not-
by deadly propellers.
Right, how am I not taking that to a lake and trying to flip that shit? Like, I'm going off
Why
on
is there
that
still
shit.
a bicycle on the bottom of it?
'Cause you
It's
get-
like,
Keeping it real, Michael.
how much are your feet really contributing to what the drone's already doing? So it's
Good
not really
point.
flying
I
bicycles.
mean, yeah, do you ever need to just pedal that down the street? Good
Fuck
point,
no.
Michael.
Fuck no. But they have those things, right? Is it Dubai or one of those cities where the really, really rich people will like land at the airport and they'll just fly? Like Uber will have
Helicopter.
two-person taxis.
Yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if those will ever be widely available, but that's like reality.
Yeah,
I'm
but
super
I
into
also take this as he was saying that people maybe are going to live in outer space.
I don't believe that's what he's saying. at all,
Me
but-
neither. I
but-
think
but
you're a
go with that.
moron. I'm gonna dick punch machine.
Okay, this flying bicycle is so hilarious because there's two. I mean, the propellers are each as big as the lady who's on the bike, and yet she's still on a bicycle. She's not
Yeah.
even moving her feet. And if she did, all she would be doing is
Pedaling in the
turning
air.
the wheels.
Not only has she got a
Again.
bicycle, she got a bicycle with the huge fat tires to where she could land in the snow or the sand and just keep pedaling.
I reckon you got to be a pretty decent BMX rider too when you land that thing again, because you got to, you're gonna have to rebalance everything with those heavy propeller things on your bike.
Yeah, like
Makes-
those are. I'm trying to think. They're bigger than house fans. They're like the things you would see in factories sometime. Like there'd be like a big vent up on the wall.
I don't know why you wouldn't just have like a little 4x4 go-kart thing instead.
Right?
Yeah.
Looks like the thing Mike Patton tried to crawl into on SNL that one time and got stuck in.
That's a great point, Hype Will.
What are you talking about?
Not at all.
All right, like let's elaborate on that.
Oh God, is that Dick Munch?
No, I'm just saying I live downtown and I'm surrounded by lots of people.
Yeah, lots of people. What about that, Will?
I live in a building of 27 stories of people. The building next to me is a building of 40 stories of people. The one across the way is 40. That's hundreds and hundreds of people in a tiny little square.
Yeah, Will. Oh wow, cool, great debate. Why don't you bring it up next time if you're just gonna crash on the rebuttal?
You're not going to rebuttal?
You won't rebuttal with Dingo? Wait. Wait a minute, he lives there and he says that he sees people everywhere. I mean, how is that not real? Like, that's very factual that he sees like thousands of people in his vicinity. He's not just making stuff up. But his personal experience is in the place where you're talking about is empty, and he's living there saying it's not. So who should I believe? Well, I believe Dingo because he's there.
What he's basically saying is that most inner city CBDs are just office buildings and then people leave, which is the case. But I think now more and more in cities, it's become more apparent that people live in the city in the CBDs now too.
Okay, the Chang 184 is a little mini. It's like those real pussy little cars zip around crap heaps.
Yeah, right. It's like a zip car.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
but instead of the wheels, it's got the fucking man.
Looks like a Lotus that can fly that would just smash.
You'd be the champion of the world if you had that.
Well,
the
Dingo,
absolute champion of the world.
Didn't you say that?
All right, Will.
You win, Will.
You were right. I was wrong, Will.
I love you, Will.
Dingo,
But I tell you what, I'm not going to talk anymore though after knowing that, finding that out.
That when you lived in Malibu, every morning you would see a bunch of helicopters flying into.
Yeah,
the city.
yeah.
The real ballers. That's all that. This is what they're talking about. Is those guys
going home?
Worked in the city of Los Angeles and helicoptered home afterwards. That's all Jules Bois was trying to get at.
Yeah, no, he's right.
In his simple French way.
I just think he was also thinking that we're going to live in outer space, and I'm thinking he's right there too.
You got to watch it on a windy day. You probably opt to drive that day, right?
I would think so. Yeah, the buses are going to be busy that day. In 1950, in an article of Popular Mechanics, a man named Waldemar Kampfert.
Sounds like he used to kill people or eat people.
He was the science editor of the New York Times. He has yet to be unearthed as one of the great serial killers of his age as well.
My bad.
He said that in the future, everything in your home would be made out of plastic or coated in some sort of synthetic fabric, such that to clean your house, you would just turn a hose on everything in the house.
Man, I would love that.
Right? And then the water would run down a drain in the middle of the floor,
I would love
concealed
that.
by a rug of synthetic fiber. Wouldn't you love to just blast the shit out of your entire house? Runs out. There's a drain in your floor, and then there's like a heater thing that comes on and just dries it all out. Clean house. Done.
Yeah. Too bad all these liberal pussies got in the way and made this country terrible.
I know. Don't fear not. We will make it great again.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna try to. They hate America a lot. They're gonna try to stop us.
I can't wait till Trump succeeds and then my house is all plastic and I can just hose it down.
And all of your food, all of it comes in frozen bricks.
That's the only way I like to eat. In slabs of brick.
With the advent of frozen foods, the shape of bricks, the guy said, cooking will be an art that exists only as a memory in the minds of old people. Sure, a few diehards will still broil a chicken or roast a leg of lamb, but everyone else will bake frozen cuts of meat, even soup and milk delivered in the form of frozen bricks.
Ooh, milk in a frozen brick.
This is kind of the way that we're living. Not exactly the way that he predicted, but if you go to a chain restaurant, that shit's all frozen.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah, he knows. Brick
Wow.
food.
These guys really knew what they were talking about.
Way of the future.
Steak, steak on your dining room table in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Dang, medium rare?
However you like it, Dingo.
Cool.
3D television by the year 2000 was predicted.
I swear to God, that
1950.
dick punching machine would be broken by now.
Yeah, I think the dick would beat the machine.
Yeah, your dick would be so sore right now, Dingo.
I feel like I'm on fire.
Okay.
3D television complete with smell-o-vision.
Wait,
I'm not into that.
Did they have that? They did. They tried that, right?
Kinda. Yeah, there were a couple movies where they would pump shit in.
Fucking stupid.
I went to they've got the movie theater where it's 4D and the chair moves
Yeah.
and then storm.
D-box.
The wind blows and then when it rains it drizzles on you.
Yeah, I've done that. That's how
What
I saw
about
Boss Baby.
if you watch porn, cum shots, you get jizz on you? Go too far? Oh, okay, I'm the bad guy.
In 1952, it was predicted that everybody would travel in space.
And that is what is happening, right?
Yes, we're all traveling in space.
Yeah, you didn't travel in space this past weekend?
I mean, in my own mind, I traveled.
Mm.
I traveled to Long Beach. That's pretty much out of space for me.
That's pretty much out of space.
Newport Beach, whatever,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of beach.
In 1964, famed science fiction author Isaac Asimov imagined that by 2014, man would be living underground.
Now that is when I come alive.
Elon Musk is basically saying we're going to be driving cars underground or tunnels that like the car like is put onto like a conveyor belt and it shoots you through.
Then where am I going?
Like say if you are going to go to LAX and
Yeah.
you pull out, so you pull out of your street.
I don't have to pull out. I got the surgery.
Okay, good. And then basically you pull into like say you pull up, you drive your regular car, it drives, and then you pull up to what would look like a taxi bay or something,
Yeah.
and you get onto like a conveyor belt or
Yeah.
like, and then so you don't have to drive anymore.
Yeah.
You're like locked in, and then it goes down into a tube, and then shoots you to LAX, and then it pops you back out, and then you drive off and park at the airport, and it would.
Right. So it's kind of like people are going to reminisce the days where they used to drive themselves places.
Yeah, well, he's basically saying that to fix traffic in areas where there's lots of traffic, that it could be much faster to run these things underground, and then you would start.
You'd
you know.
still drive locally, you just wouldn't need to drive through neighborhoods to get to the neighborhood you're going to.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's a good idea. He's full of great ideas, that guy, isn't he?
He's got a lot of
Yep, and
ideas.
he's got a suspiciously great head of hair to boot. So yeah, underground homes. I think this has something to do with the environment sucking up here. That they could put us underground and they could put panels on all the walls and everything that would make it seem like it was sunny outside, but you'd never have. You could control the climate. You'd never have rain. You'd never have snow. We could
My
just
own
create a
thing-
new world under the crust of the earth.
Yeah, my own thing's that's fine if they can figure it out. But in areas like California where there's earthquakes every day, like when a big earthquake comes, like what happens under there? And that was
Well,
my
that,
thing.
That ain't good. I'll
But
tell you.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
has come out and said that it's not affected.
I was going to say, maybe you get some sort of rubber house in down there, but yeah, that does sound like...
I would argue it's not particularly great living on the surface of the earth during a massive earthquake.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but which
no.
is worse, in ground or above?
Maybe underground.
You might be right.
Yeah.
What about floating in the ocean, but like bolted to the floor of the sea? But you're in a floating capsule. That way, if you had an earthquake, nothing would ever stop your village.
Well, why would you need to be bolted to the bottom of the ocean?
Because you don't want to be on top, because then the bad seas would like fuck your house up and shit.
Well, but if you're on a big enough boat, like an aircraft carrier, that doesn't. What happens to that in choppy?
They get fucked up when
in
there's
choppy seas.
Yeah, they go
choppy
through the
sea-
waves.
Yeah, but choppy sea still fucks with their emotions hard. You're not
Yeah.
gonna have like
no,
you're not gonna have
those-
like a house up
Yeah,
there.
no, those big boats are made like those like 80-foot swells. They fucking pop in ones like everyone
Yeah,
goes.
but it knocks them around in there.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
pop through fucking waves. Like they're almost like submarines.
You gotta
those
be
fucking
to be
things.
calm and not be rocked around. You gotta be deep.
Yeah, and then you get sicky because it's the ocean.
You gotta be
and it's
mad
seasick.
deep, right in there. You know what I'm saying, Will? God damn it.
Man. Here's a prediction from Isaac Asimov that has not yet come true, but is going to, mark my words, in our lifetimes for sure. Kitchen units will be devised that will prepare auto meals. This is so fucking coming. It is going to be awesome. You will have a kitchen that'll have a little robot thing, and it'll be able to get your little groceries out of your fridge or what have you, and you could literally say, when I wake up, I would like to have Eggs Benedict and blah, 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 and the robot will just cook the shit for you, and it'll be waiting for you when you get up. You can think of what's your favorite restaurant on earth. They'll get the software, the recipe to make it the exact same way, and there you go, Grandma's spaghetti bolognese, and the robot will just make it for you and let you know and it'll be ready whenever you need to be ready.
That hand looks like it moves real smooth. You know what I'm thinking, Dingo?
Yeah.
Why don't you make me Grandma's pasta, and while you're at it with the other hand, jerk me off.
Yeah, but
arsehole face.
No one's ever been able to jerk you off better than yourself.
Look at that hand! Did you see the way that hand was preparing that meal?
I don't need a robot to jerk me off.
I do.
All right.
I don't want to do it. I'm disgusting. I'm not touching myself. You do
I
it.
know where I've been.
Right, I know, right?
Yeah, then you might get a bit of Jason's special sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's just inappropriate.
I mean, well, you're jerking off awfully close to the sauce.
I'm not jerking off. Look, I'm just saying, if the robot hands are that good that it like cleans and handles things like perfectly. Look, he's got his hands. He can twist and stuff.
He just did the A-OK.
Yeah, I mean, you're jerking me off, bro.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Wash your hands and then make me muffins.
In 1972, obviously all the predictions about the future say a lot about the time in which the prediction was made. They thought that the hippie trend would take over all of human society.
That would have been awesome.
We would all live in communal dormitories. Children would be raised communally, communal kitchens, and yes, communal showers at hippie homes.
Whatever happened to that?
It's like an awful idea that nobody liked, and everybody, even the hippies, grew out of by the time they were like 24 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, the smell.
Even the ones who were into it got out of it in a fucking hurry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Paul Ehrlich confidently predicted in 1970 that population growth would outstrip whatever increases we were able to make in the food supply, and as a result, the death rate would be such that 100 to 200 million people per year would be starving to death per year for the next 10 years. Thank goodness the 1970s were not a time of hundreds of millions of people starving to death every year.
Yeah.
We're getting
glad he was off.
Though.
Yeah. And, let me see. The chairman of IBM in 1943 said that there is a world market for perhaps 5 computers.
IBM was around in 1943?
Yeah, they apparently weren't doing too well. And finally, in 1830, Dr. Dionysius Lardner predicted that rail travel at high speed would never be possible because passengers would be unable to breathe and would all die of asphyxia.
What an idiot. He didn't know anything, Dingo.
Nothing.
He's a very stupid man.
Yeah.
I've never said anything that dumb in my entire life.
Right? Way to go. You're on record as the dumbest man in the world. Good for you, dude.
Didn't they say something similar about cars, too, that if you drove higher than like 50 miles an hour, it would like rip your face off?
Makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, sometimes when I drive,
I feel
it about to happen.
Michael? The people that own the horse carriage carts?
That's right. The flying bicycle mafia.
We'll be back. Oh.
You know what? I actually caught the closing credits of this show a couple months ago, and it made me want to cry.
I watched the pilot episode of it, and it was really good.
It was just really like when there's these. It's like if you hear a song that you haven't heard since like 1982.
No, totally.
Not like a song you knew from '82, but you've heard a bunch of times when it's actually this little pocket that used to be part of your everyday life and you have not heard since it was part of your everyday.
The ending mash thing, too. Not the beginning, the ending mash thing.
I was like, wow, I kind of can't handle that.
That fight?
Yeah.
Bomb. It gets me every time.
What is this?
No House on the Prairie?
What mystery?
Jury's still out on the.
So it's a guy that's he's the guy that steals people from the mall.
We don't have the other cameras. We just have this camera. Do you
Don't worry
want
about it.
a camera?
And you got 10 million Instagram followers. So he's a rich man's fit pets.
How long will that person be on it for?
Probably about 25 minutes. So, dead or alive? That's my first question. How is he?
Pretty moved by Keaton Jones's video, so I reached out to his mom and was gonna bring him out to LA and for a Bellator event that's coming up, big show, and introduce him to fighters, be his friend, you know. And she just wants money. She just wants me to share her GoFundMe account, and I asked what the GoFundMe account for. What's it for? And she said, "Oh, well, you know, Christmas is coming, and I'm a single mother, and blah blah blah. Money's tight, whatever." That's not. You make your own judgment on that. But sad. I feel pretty stupid right now, people. I was pretty moved by Keaton Jones's.
What's going on, this Keaton Jones shit?
He's just a kid who posted the anti-bullying video, and now people have to overreact to that. It's just that video. It's a cute
That's
kid.
with the. Who posted
Yeah,
that?
but is
'Cause I saw
there's
it.
some other the lady, the mum's like trying to get money or something?
I don't know. No idea. You can find out if you want.
I mean, if there's a scam there.
You want to look into the Keaton thing, and is the mom trying to get money out of people?
Yeah, she is, and she's also got some very strong right-wing Black Lives Don't Matter leanings that people are finding out about.
You got your last live read coming back, and then the Fat Jewish is supposed to get here at 2:15, and then I can bring him in at any time.
Okay.
I'll give you guys a heads up when he's here. He's just promoting the new.
The wine.
The wine?
Yeah, the new wine for the holidays.
You know this guy now?
Yeah, I've known him for like 11 years. Let's see how Hollywood he got. But I actually have a good story, Michael, so we'll save it.
is Andrew going to be back from the?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, why don't we join with that Keaton thing? Keaton was just asking that. So I'm assuming we'll need the original video.
Yes.
Oh, good. You want to push my button then, I guess.
I like pushing your button, Will. Tully said that he wants to play the Keaton video.
Okay.
Coming back.
If you're like most people, you still have no idea what to get anyone for the holiday season. Luckily, Nest wants to make this year's gift giving easier for you. Right now, they're giving away a free Google Home Mini when you buy any Nest product over $99. Google Home Mini is a smart speaker you can control with your voice. And with Google Assist built in, they say you can get answers quickly, manage your day, and even get hands-free help around the house. Nest products and Google Assist work together to control your smart home, so you can say things like make it warmer, and the Google Assist will turn up your Nest thermostat. So if you've been eyeing any of the Nest products like the Nest thermostat or the Nest Protect Smoke and Carbon Monoxide alarm or more, now is a great time to get them, because you'll also get a Google Home Mini at no extra cost while supplies last. But you need to hurry, because this offer ends December 31st. Go to Nest.com or visit a local retailer, Target and Home Depot and all that stuff. With Nest Google Home Mini, the holidays just get a teeny bit better. So yeah, what's the deal with this kid everyone keeps posting? And I just saw some MMA guy saying that his mum's trying to get money. What's the
Okay, so I'll
what's
tell
the
you
script?
what I know about Keaton here. His mom posted this video of him, and he is yeah, I'm sure just about everybody listening to this would have seen him by now. He's not a conventionally beautiful child.
Yeah, he's got some weird big nose thing in his indented forehead. I don't know. It looks like he had some sort of his skull's a little fucked up. Whatever.
So it's look, I watched the video once. I didn't do any background into it. I didn't expect we were going to be talking about it. If you were going to write like a movie scene for a little kid to be like, why do they gotta pick on me?
Yeah.
This is how you would write it.
Right.
The words that pour out of the kid are just such a word perfect way to demonstrate what it's like to be a victim of bullying and why bullying is wrong. And you can have you seen it?
I saw a little bit of it. He was looking at you, Jason. I figure you've
Of course,
seen
I've
the
seen
video.
it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
I mean,
so
you're a
it
guy
prob-
that goes to schools talking about bullying, so this must have, when you saw it, you were like, man. So anyway, wait, what? Okay, now things have got.
So now the backlash has begun against Keaton's mom. So the video went up, and everybody is like, "What can we do to help?" And Hollywood people are inviting him to, premiere.
I saw Dana White and everybody. Yep.
Everybody is, yeah, exactly. And again, it, in and of itself, that I don't want to say bothers me, but everybody's just so drawn to anecdotal, individual. Like if you see that video and you're bothered by that, Keaton's already gotten enough help that that people are helping him enough individually. If you see that and you're bothered by that, maybe think more about what you can do about the issue of bullying in general, not what amazing thing you can also give Keaton. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's not the way that we tend
There's
to think.
been other situations.
Yeah, but beside the point, because what's
Yeah,
happening now? Because now you're saying
what's
maybe I saw an MMA guy saying his mum wants money,
Mhm.
and now all I see right now, Andrew putting up photos of Confederate flags. What's going on?
Okay, so
Has it turned out that his mum is a racist, or like what have we done to Cretan here? Are we bashing his mum now? What's the deal?
I think we are on to bashing his mom. So people just went through a bunch of her old Facebook posts, and yeah, she has stuff of Confederate flags, and I don't know, people have different feelings about whether or not in and of itself putting the Confederate flag on your Facebook makes you racist. The thing that I saw, I don't know about the money thing, the bit that I saw, which was a screen capture from Joe Schilling. Is that who you were watching? The MMA fighter Joe Schilling?
Yeah.
So this is a text or a DM conversation that he allegedly had with her.
With the mom.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Wait, is there a photo of a Confederate flag and an American flag, and then I believe his mother or somebody is holding a small handgun?
Yeah, and a bunch of kids.
Look, I feel like the guy that's holding the Confederate flag looks like he might be Mexican, little kid, so.
That might be a Puerto Rican flag, bro.
I don't know. Look, it doesn't. The holding the flag.
Is that a puppy?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
feel
a
like
dog.
everybody who has that flag is racist.
Yeah,
There's
I
a lot going on in this photo, Michael. We could dissect this thing for a long time.
Look, it's the tough streets is what that
There's
photo looks like.
flamingos in the background, teddy bear, like a bear with an American jumpsuit on. Like, there's a fucking lot going on.
Anyway,
right here.
what's the MMA guy saying?
So I only have a couple back and forths of the text, so I can't tell you what the conversation was before this, but it begins with the mom allegedly saying, "I'm so sorry if you think that this is an opportunity for my son. I'm poor, I'm not rich." To which he replies, "This is an opportunity for you, not your son. You just used your son's pain as a platform. Really, really sad, and it's your son who will suffer. Smack my fucking head. I'm no longer interested in being involved with you whatsoever. Shame on you." So whatever kind of conversation they've been having, it's now blowing up. To which the mom, if you believe his screen capture, replies, "What happened to us whites sticking together and helping one another against the predator?"
That's not good.
Wow. Wait, who's saying dumb cunt? Who said
Joe
that?
Schilling.
He called her a dumb cunt?
I mean, she is.
Dude, you don't say that.
I'm just
He
saying.
said, "LOL, you dumb cunt. I got a viral video for you, dumbass. LO fucking L." To which she replies, "Please, can you delete that, please?" If this is real, I don't.
Right. Well, I don't think Joe Schilling
I don't
seems
know
like
Joe.
a bullshit artist, or is he?
I don't know Joe Schilling.
Yeah, me neither. That name's pretty creditable, though, or is it? I don't know. I fucking don't know. I've heard that name. Look, but it turns out, look, what about this? The dude's got a weird head, he gets bullied. His parents are, let's say worst case scenario, are racist and want some money to scam off the kid.
Yep.
Is the kid's misery still not a reality?
Right.
Or is he getting picked on because he keeps calling black kids the N-word at school?
Well, I think I saw something to maybe that effect. I don't know if he's getting
'Cause
that
that's-
because he got. But is there some evidence that he has used that word against?
If that's
if
why
that's the case-
if that's why his mom is talking and the evidence we have.
But wait a second. Here's a picture of him with black people, so that changes everything back. Now
Yeah.
they're totally cool.
Yep, now it's back on us. He's bamboozled us.
Right. Well,
can
like,
you-
it's like I say, every time that there's like a shooting somewhere, everybody races to find out. Well, is it if it's a white guy? Well, then woo, my side gets to cheer and say, see, Second Amendment people, see Second Amendment people. And if it's a brown guy, then they get to go see. Oh, religion of peace. Like, yeah, it's entirely possible that bullying is wrong and racism is wrong.
Yeah, it's just sad, you know.
I
The
tend to
mom,
think that's the case, actually.
the mom posted a video. It's gone viral. Everybody's seen it and feel bad for the kid, and they've reached out, and then it's turned out that the
Turns
mom
out that they're super clanny.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. You know.
And then here's the question: can you feel sorry for a clanny parents, a clanny people's kid? Because the kid didn't make themselves clanny.
And again,
He did.
we just
They
don't
did
know enough of the ins and outs. It's like the world sees this poor kid and a video that is definitely painful to watch, and you feel sorry for him. Sorry enough that lots of people had reached out and given up their time or services or whatnot to help out without really doing a background check on the situation of where he comes from, his family life, and whatever it is. and it seems that like doing the background check, it's fucking he comes from not such a good place.
There it is, the dingo. Laying it down. There it is. Should have checked before he started offering. I just say, why not still offer the boy?
Like the way I look at it,
I
it's like the Make a Wish. You ever see the Bat Kid movie?
I don't know why the boy who gets bullied needs money anyway.
Right?
I believe it. Look what Hellguy's mum writes to people.
Yeah. Look, I don't. I mean, that's the school. You know, like if a white boy is calling a black kid the N-word and the school doesn't have him expelled, then that's kind of on the school, because that should be unacceptable. You know? Maybe it's different. I mean, we're in America and it's 2017, so I know it's like not exactly the same as it is in California, but I'm pretty sure schools don't just let you do that, right?
No.
Little
I would
kids
imagine so.
can't just be racist. Teachers have to do something. So yeah, so he's got a shit mum. Poor kid.
A lot of people posted that video.
Look, it seemed like everybody did that. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to hate on anybody for jumping on a bandwagon to help a kid that's been bullied. If you're in power enough to make that kid's day, or to do something on social media that might make the people at school not fuck with him as much, then your heart was in the right place. You know, maybe his mum is a clan member. I'm not saying maybe she isn't or she is, but he's a little boy. So he's in my opinion, there's still hope for him.
Yeah. Fucking
Right.
sad.
Right. And if you cared so much about this poor kid's circumstances, you can think whatever you think about his mom, but if you're going to make their life a living hell now because she is allegedly a piece of shit, well, haven't you just gone back to making the poor kid miserable?
Yeah, and you're the bully. And you came to this kid's aid because he was being bullying.
Mm-hmm.
He's being bullied. Now you want to bully his mum. Like, it just doesn't. There should be no reaction to people that do that. It should just, when you're in your 40s and 50s and you think that that's cool, then that's the end of it for you. No one's going to change your mind. And reacting to it it doesn't help anybody. So it's obvious that the intelligent decision is to just be like, oh, okay. Like I said before, you're not getting any money. Money doesn't. If your kid's being bullied, you don't give him money.
Right?
I don't understand how that ever made it. Like tickets to shit. Just fucking calm down. You got props. That's it. We got a guest?
We do.
All right.
What up? What's going on? Long time, dude.
Hey, buddy.
What's happening?
How you doing, mate?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
What's happening? Oh.
Here he is. In a second. He'll be here.
Benihana pants.
Yeah.
Did you get those custom made?
I should have worn. I have the full suit.
Why did you not come in the full suit?
What have I done?
I know, right?
What have I not done?
You fucking didn't come in the full suit.
No, I
That's
know.
Bingo.
No, because Benihana doesn't make any merch. What are they doing?
They're fucking failing.
They're fucking up.
They're
yeah,
fucking
that's
up.
what they're doing. They're
Cole's
blowing
tea.
it.
Cole's tea.
Totally. No, I got tons. I got Planned Parenthood outfits, TMZ, all kind. I just wear like
you just
full.
fuck with everyone.
Yeah, just
Oh,
full.
is that a Cash Money
full
sweatshirt?
jumpsuits? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
insane.
What's
Respect.
offensive about Benihana?
No, nothing. It's a restaurant.
No, I'm aware of that.
Oh.
Just Planned Parenthood, I was like, wait, I can see how some people might find those sweatpants to be annoying.
Right.
But Benihana, everybody loves Benihana.
Yeah, right. How could you not love Benihana?
Yeah. I mean, if you're not a huge Benihana fan, okay, I understand that, but you wouldn't be angry
Well,
at
you
Benihana.
get
No,
fucking
no.
fried rice in shapes.
Totally.
That's
like
it.
A man is flipping shrimp into his hat.
Yeah.
And what are you pissed about?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing to be mad about.
Right. I feel like we're misunderstanding each other. Nobody's angry at Benihana.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I'm just trying to see what the overarching angle is that would allow for wearing Benihana pants and Planned Parenthood shirts.
He gave me the idea that maybe someone out there would be pissed at Benihana. Then I started thinking about that, and I was like, how could that be?
Universally beloved.
Right. It's got to be.
Unless you went to Benihana's and maybe that onion thing fell over and burnt your hand or
I
some
mean,
shit.
yeah, but then
The
you
tower.
get, but then you'd probably get a compensation paycheck.
I've seen some shit chefs in there, I'm just saying.
No, totally. Actually, my guy in New York, Roy, who I actually think might be like Guatemalan.
You have a guy.
I prefer Roy. If I can get him, I get him.
Yeah.
But I went to London and they were doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Like ahead of
That's
Roy.
what I'm saying. So I came back, guys flipping a lemon over his head and catching it behind his back on a 2-pronged fork. I came back. I'm like, Roy, you got to step it the fuck up. I'm like, you've been doing the beating hard fucking fried rice thing for 19 years.
Yeah,
We have to evolve.
The one in the local one here is pretty dismal.
Yeah, I had a guy that almost fall asleep once.
Chef
Almost fall, like he was. I don't know if he was too old, if he was croaking, but he was fucking swaying.
Drinking lean. I mean, who knows what these Right, he could have been a SoundCloud rapper, Benihana Chef.
Yeah,
you don't really know.
So
who your
Dingo,
chef is.
you're friends with the fat Jewish.
Yeah, so we came in this morning and Jason asked and I said, yeah, I've known him for a very long time, and I was trying to think of how I first met you, and I was like, holy shit, like the first time I met you, and this will be is an acknowledgement to where you are now and where you came from. You had come to LA and you had gone to like Rob's house and my house and a few different houses, and you had a picture of yourself naked on a horse.
Yeah.
And you dropped these postcards like at our house,
right,
at Rob's, at my house, and then eventually like I met you and we hung out and I was like, this dude's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then didn't see you for a long time. And then I think that you were trying to do the TV thing. You had a band. You were like hustling, right?
A whole bunch of shit.
Right. And then like the social media thing turned, and then you found a niche that brought all your talents, like writing, acting, whatever it is, put it onto one, and then you became an empire.
Because before then, I was just I was just doing stupid shit anyway, but mostly just for like 7 people to laugh.
Right.
Right. Like if I could run around in a fucking diaper, like
But was there a goal from the start to make that something big?
I mean, just to like basically be just a colossal American idiot. Yeah, I mean that was the goal, and have as many, I guess, people see it as possible.
Do you wish to be famous, or do you wish to be rich, or is it
No.
both, or which one would you put ahead of the other?
Nah, you're always rich, right?
Because
like
I don't know. I mean, there was
No.
a time for me where I was like, I just want to be famous.
Nah, see, I want to like I'm trying to buy an ostrich out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get breast implants, get shot into space. I don't
Right.
know, whatever.
Yeah, you gotta have money to do that.
What?
You can afford 2 out of the 3 things you
Which ones?
You get the ostrich.
How much is an ostrich?
Not that.
Breast, you can get shit tits for like $4,000.
I could get like bad work. I
You
love
can get
bad
good
work.
Come on, you got a lot of money.
I love bad work.
You got enough money for tits.
How much is an ostrich? What do you have, a plug? You got a guy?
An ostrich is
I know
gonna
where there's an
run
ostrich
you
farm. I'll go there sometimes.
Yeah.
$100.
$100?
Can't get a fucking ostrich for $100.
That's not fucking true.
Well, they're currently
That's an ostrich going
at CaliforniaHatchery.com.
Right.
Put your name on the waiting list.
Wait, No, it's not $100. But I
What
guess
makes you think ostriches are expensive? Who
There's-
has a fucking ostrich?
There's an ostrich farm in Santa Barbara, and you could for sure steal an egg.
What the fuck? That literally says 9, and it's free shipping.
And where the fuck are
Yeah.
you gonna put this thing in New York?
It walks itself to
Whatever.
your house.
No. I just bought a whole shitload of land in Texas.
Oh, you did?
How much
Yeah.
money when you have the most followers on Instagram? How much is that? Just automatic sponsor money? Like, do you have to sit back? Could you just kick back?
Nah, I mean, I basically start my own shit. So I have like
Yeah.
this big wine company now and like all this shit. So
But
like
you
I
must
like,
have a team of people, right?
No, I pretty much fucking run it.
Do you
I
run your
mean,
Instagram?
Yeah, oh hell
Nobody
yeah.
fucking touches that
No,
shit.
there's not like a bunch of like social media disruption specialists. No. Who
I'm
are
just
like
saying when you get to a certain point, do you have like managers
yeah,
trying
people
to
have like
push those
teams
people
and
on
shit.
you?
Right. Totally. You hire like you get like a Jew manager, and then you like
I have a Jew manager.
Yeah, and then right.
That's really what you have
And
to
then
do?
you get like
Okay,
a
I'll-
That's smart.
and then you get like a social team, right, who like schedules your posts for like engagement and
Oh,
like
yeah,
no, I'm literally like on Special K, and I'm just like I'll fire it off.
Wait, you're on Special K?
Not currently, but like when I'm on Instagram, maybe.
You
Not
will
at this
take
moment.
Special K.
Yeah, why not?
Wait,
I'm
which
saying
one's that? Is that
That's the K. That's a good one.
horse tranquilizers?
That's a good one.
The good one.
I've taken that, right?
Oh, for sure you have.
Yeah.
That's the one you get in the
Yeah.
ground and you fucking stuck. And you
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. We had some wild times, me and you.
Yeah, we
Is that
partied back in the
PCP?
day.
Where were
Yeah.
we? Were at like fucking where were we? The X Games or something? I don't know.
No, we had a
Dingo can't admit that he was doing PCP at the X Games.
we had a solid run in Utah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nowhere near
like
the
a
X
solid
Games.
run, like a lock in and like like good time. That was a long time ago.
We dropped into the half pipe.
We
did
did.
like a 1080 Misty.
We did not,
Yeah,
we did
I,
not,
I
we did
blew
not.
you. The
Yeah,
whole thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
all hazy.
So
It's all
let's
hazy.
get back
but-
to you.
Yeah.
You would put tits, because I've actually joked before about making the show very big. I remember thinking if I got famous like on TV and
Right.
stuff, then the big boss at Sirius XM would just give me way more than what I would get for
Right.
just having a good show.
No doubt.
I know that would. So I've always thought like, yeah, sure, don't pay me. If you make me like a big jerk off on TV, well, I just know next contract, the radio show might not even be that good anymore.
Right.
I just know that I'm getting a lot of pull because of it. So I'm leaning towards wanting to do stuff to the point where I said, if I got a boob job and that made me famous,
Right.
would that be worth it? Yeah, I would do. We've joked about that.
You would look great with that.
See, I don't think I would.
No, I disagree.
See,
I
you
disagree.
do, because you're like a weird. You don't look that bad when you're fat. You call yourself the fat Jewish,
Yeah.
but you're not that
I have
fat.
kind of like a taut sort of Shrek.
Yeah, like when you
I'm
run
more
around,
like a
you're.
Shrek than I am like a Kathy Bates.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
like gross with your underwear on. You know what I mean? Like there's some people that get fat and then they take your shirt off and you're like, oh man, there's a lot of
Right, so
mysteries there.
Yeah.
You look more like a Michelin Man thing. You're not like lumpy.
I
You're
really-
like
I
a really
appreciate
skinny
that.
sumo
I
wrestler.
really appreciate you guys. I have my first erection in months right now. With all this, these fucking this is exactly what my body type. I actually was the first plus size male model. I signed like a modeling deal
Because-
with like some big agency.
How many
That
Instagram
makes
followers
sense.
did you have when that happened?
I don't even know. Maybe like
'Cause-
half of what I do now.
Well,
So
I'm
only 5
suggesting
million.
Maybe they didn't like you
No,
for
no.
what's on the inside.
I know what you're suggesting.
No, but he has
I already know what the fuck you're
he
suggesting.
has a vibe though.
And listen, first of all, you look like an otter, okay?
Uh,
You look like an actual otter, which is a great thing for you.
I love
Yeah.
the water.
But I am saying, I think that they liked my body as well as my
Yeah.
social presence. I understand what you're getting at.
A lot of
But
people are fat, so it makes sense you would sell to them.
Yeah, I'm fat.
Well, you're like,
You're not as
Like a
fat as
skinny
fat
arm.
Jewish.
Like a skinny
I'm trying
arm,
to think, because
skinny leg.
But he's actually not as fat as you, but he's grosser fat than you.
I'm trying to think what kind
You
of
don't have
animal
any
you are.
cellulite. You're like a taut.
Yeah, I'm kinda
fat.
taut.
Yeah.
Cellulite?
I have like James
Yeah,
Gandolfini
but
body.
you're pretty jiggly
Yeah.
though.
I'm very jiggly.
He's not that. He seems like a
no, he's,
like a,
that's a tough belly.
You have so much of a bigger dick than me. Like,
Wait, you guys were naked with each other?
no, but I just know. Well, first of all, yes. Second of all, I
I've
can
been
just,
naked with you.
But you're like,
When
what?
were you naked with me?
No, we weren't naked. I've
I
seen
know,
his dick,
what the
though.
You've
fuck?
never seen each other naked.
Well,
I've seen
my
his
dick's
dick.
out all the
You've seen
time.
his dick.
I've seen his dick.
Yeah, right. He's
I've
probably
seen bruises on his
This
dick.
guy's got probably a Pringles can
He
made
u-
of flesh.
He uses it a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you guys are like Australian.
Are you a gay guy?
That big ass dicks. No. I'm just like gender. I'm just into whatever. Like
Wait, so you're a bi guy?
I'm just like not into gender. I'm just like keep it fluid out here.
You do both.
I'm down for whatever.
Right.
Like, are we having a good time? Yeah, it's just like I'm into
Yeah.
I'm into energy, man.
Yeah, he's an energy
Just
guy
think
too.
this is
Yeah, I would-
he actually
would
just
I
retired
just
being a homo
retired.
today. It's his retirement party.
Today's the day.
Yeah. So we could have hooked up, but now it's over.
So if I had come into the show yesterday,
Yeah.
We could totally blow each
He
other.
would have been blowing
He
you
took
all
me
day.
outside before work and he told me he was coming he was going into retirement as a homo today.
we could have 69 yesterday.
Yeah.
And now today you're
Last
back.
night.
Now
Good
today
on.
you're back to chicks.
Yeah,
Boring.
well-
That's super boring.
Yeah, well, you know.
He got married.
That's,
He got married.
All
I'm
right,
married.
all
to
right.
Say hello to boring Jason Ellis.
God, if I had a time machine, I would completely waste its powers, go back one day,
You're not the first man
And let
to
you
say
butt
that,
fuck
Fat
me.
Jewish. A lot of people sad about not getting butt fucked by me.
and just top me. So no, listen. The point of it all. Listen, I'm not really in it for the. It's not about like the fame. It's about the memories, man. I'm doing all kinds of weird shit off this thing.
No,
Like
it is.
what?
It is.
Like
'Cause I
what?
was even gonna say like for
I'm doing bizarre shit. I'm getting invited to all kinds of weird
No,
shit.
it's
that I'm
Kim
going,
Kardashian.
Is Kim Kardashian up your ass because of the power you have?
She's like not. She's actually kind of scared of me a little bit.
Right. Because you might reverse it and start poking at her.
She doesn't know. Yeah, like
Yeah,
what?
I wouldn't want to fuck with you if I'm her.
No, totally. She does.
She's kind
she's
of
a-
easy prey, and you're real good at it.
Exactly. So she like doesn't really fuck with me, but I like, if you invite me to your fucking prom or to like officiate your tasteful gay wedding or like come on your boat and like like
Wait,
a
people
bunch
get
of
it confused with you're so popular that they forget who you are and
No.
have you there.
No, you know what it is? It's just like I'm telling you, some shit like when you're like an A-list celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Like a real deal celebrity. People see you and are like, "Oh my god, there he is." Like it's like
Yeah.
seeing a fucking exotic
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they know it. Everybody in the room knows
Right,
it.
and
Yeah,
nobody, but no one goes up to them. With me,
Yeah.
because I'm in your fucking hand all day. When you're shitting, I'm right there in your hand.
So they come up and
We
just say,
feel like we
"Oh."
know each other, so they hit
Yeah.
me up and they're like, "Come to my prom," and then they never expect me to see it, and I'm like, "Okay." And
Wait,
then,
when you say come to your prom, you're talking about
Like
young girls, say, or
like
a
a
guy.
prom date, or like just come to the like let's party or whatever,
Yeah. And you'll just
if I'm
go.
free, I'll show up.
That's
Right.
I've gone to
cool.
like 4 fucking proms.
See, now,
Yeah.
I was going to say, because as soon as the fans find that out.
Hey,
as
the
soon as I
celebrities
say
don't
I
do that.
answer.
No, they don't do
DMs.
that. You know, actually, you know what they do? Kids, like 13-year-old kids, they start group chats, right? They group chat on
Yeah.
DM.
My daughter's 12. I
Right,
get it.
and they'll add in celebrities, so they'll
I
be
just
like,
realized, he's
oh,
I'm probably fucking sweet if I know you.
for her.
Yeah, no,
It's
because everything I do is fucking lame.
Right.
And I'm fucking for a dad.
Yeah.
I'm fucking cool as shit. Are you serious?
Are you
I know
serious?
Slash.
You have a tattoo wig and a gold tooth. Like,
Yeah.
you're a fucking killer dad, but
No.
no, she's like, get out of my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, get the fuck away
No,
from
but
me.
photos with you. Like, there's that
What?
dude that they
Jake
auctioned me
Paul.
on Sunday.
Oh, no, sorry.
They auctioned me with some. Who's the dude that plays with Anna H, the actor boy?
I don't know.
Some dude that's like, he's a fucking, Disney star. Nice kid.
Right.
Oh, the guy who was in here with him.
Yeah.
Oh, from the
Right.
from the Dahmer movie. What the hell's his
Oh
name?
my God! I was in a fucking movie with that kid, Ross Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
in a teen movie with him.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Right.
I met that, and I had no idea who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
We're in a mall in Vancouver. Yes, we were in a movie called Status Update, where I realized halfway through that I was playing an older dude.
Yeah.
Like who
They
runs
didn't tell
like
you in the beginning?
No, they were like, "You're just a cool guy," and then I was like, "Wait, I think I'm mad. I think he thinks I'm mad old." And I didn't even know who he was. And we went outside of Vancouver, and this girl straight up was like, "I can't stop crying."
Yeah.
So, and I was like, "Wait, dude, who are you?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I was in like Teen Beach, Teen
Yep.
Beach 2, Teen
Yep.
Beach 3,
Teen Beach your
4,
mom, dude.
And I was like, "What the fuck?"
He
and
would
like,
Team Beach the fuck out of you. He's huge.
Totally, he's fucking you. So if we get a photo, maybe she like won't
Yeah.
say to get the fuck
Dude,
away
check
from her.
this out. Yesterday we got auctioned, and he went for fucking like $1,000, and I went for 2,000. And all I thought when they were like sold, I was like, I want to call my daughter right now and be like, you know that dude that's like such a throb and so cool? Yeah, I'm $1,000 more than
Yeah.
him.
Well, the problem is
Never
that,
gonna
work.
the 60-year-old that bought you wanted to fuck you way more than she wanted to fuck him.
Well, I think the reason that
Right.
the old lady bid on me is because she knew that she had a chance of fucking me. Like
you-
that little guy wasn't gonna bone
How old
her.
is she?
She was like in her 60s.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I'll
Not too
go.
late for a good deep dicking.
Yeah.
No, it's really not. Honestly, it's really not.
No, I was gonna go for it. I think my wife is like, is the guy gonna be there? You know what I mean? I don't want him to. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, we should probably just go home.
That
But
was the issue?
Yeah.
Right. That was...
I was allowed till yesterday. I'm allowed to do anything I want. I've just decided that I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
Right.
It's a personal choice.
That's what it's had.
So I was saying, the kids, like, they start these fucking group chats on DM, and it's like them and like 10 of their friends, and then they'll add in like Rihanna, like Nick Jonas, and then like me.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, Rihanna is not reading this fucking DM.
Right.
But I'm in my underpants on K, and I'm like, so I'll jump in and be like, what up? And they're all like, oh my God.
Is
and
it weird to
then-
be an older guy and say you're on your underpants and K talking to underage girls
You know-
about going to their prom?
Now that you're laying it all out there sort of sequentially like that, yes.
Right. Well,
But
the
he's
totally
only doing
nobody's
it for a
listening to
good
this
deed.
show.
Right, and I jump up in the chat, and then they're talking about like Jeremy being.
Oh, you just love the.
I want to
Oh my
gossip.
God, he's fucking actually replying.
Totally.
Like,
And I want to gossip because
Yeah.
they're like Jeremy's the fucking worst, and I'm like, I know, the literal worst, and they're like, this is fucking insane, and we're
Yeah.
talking about like math class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's pretty good.
huh.
So,
So
that's why this is all worth it. That's why the Instagram
That's
following is
fucking
fucking
cool.
worth
'Cause,
it.
like,
You
one thing.
enjoy interacting with adults?
Yeah, I'll interact with adults, but like mostly just fucking.
as long as they look like really young.
Yeah,
and they're
totally.
cute, yeah.
Right, exactly. As long as they're mad cute and have like a thyroid condition. And they're basically stunted
Oh,
children.
Very
Yeah.
good friends with Emmanuel Lewis.
When I start to
Mini me.
when I
you know.
start to name my celebrity friends, you'll notice a pattern. Yeah. Actually, Vern Troyer, I think, is actually suing me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I just go at him constantly.
Oh, really? Why? What do you
I'm
go
just
at
like,
him
look
for?
at this picture of him eating a sub. Like, look at this picture of him like trying to pull this turkey.
He tried to pull a turkey.
You ever seen that photo?
No.
He's like trying to get a turkey somewhere, but he's like, he's dragging the netting 'cause he can't lift it.
Oh.
So his lawyer hit me, who was from like lawyers.com.
Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was like,
God.
this is perfect content. Little
Yeah.
do you know, you're actually doing me a huge favor.
Oh.
There it is.
Can somebody pick up the fucking? Who's the prick that took the photo instead of helping
Honestly,
him pick up the turkey?
Google Vern Troyer turkey if your day is like fucked up and you want to see something that may help.
Dude,
It may
anybody
actually help.
who lets him do that is so mean. Like, oh man, you really had.
There's the sub.
Wow,
I
bigger
look-
than him.
I look at this photo almost every single day of my life.
I
I need
Has
it.
anybody flipped it to make a turkey dragging him in a little netting?
No,
bag?
Photoshop battle. I mean, look how big that sub is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a turkey.
They have.
Oh, okay. Some work has been done. The internet has gotten.
They got him. They got him.
The internet has gotten.
So how does the lawyer approach you? Like, what have you actually done for him to be able to sue you?
No, I don't know. Like on some like these aren't your photos. Like blah blah blah. Also, please stop. Like
It sounds like you actually know like the logistics of what can be sued and what can't
Totally.
be. So when because you laugh at lawyer.com guy,
No.
so you know what you're doing, and obviously you have to know what you're doing
Also,
when you're going to be that offensive every 10 minutes on
A
Instagram.
lawsuit. Here's the thing: a lawsuit with Vern Troyer is like worth its price in content. Like,
If you're you, because you can handle paying for it.
Totally.
Right.
Like, no doubt. Like, like if I go through and start doing an Instagram story series about how Vern Troyer is suing me, and then I end up going to court against Vern Troyer for the oversized turkey photo,
Yeah.
like, that's fucking great content.
You know,
so,
I-
like, little do they know they're helping me with
Yeah.
this.
Michael, you know how I always said that me and Dr. Drew would be like the ultimate gay couple, because
It's a
I
shame
know,
that your ship has sailed.
right, Drew is into me and I'm into Drew.
Is that
and-
true?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
well, he's
he's-
like a silver. He's kind of a silver wolf, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyway, go on.
But he's also very powerful, connected, and then so am I. I'm not as powerful as him, but together we're a power couple. And then there's no more need for me to be concerned about, my career financially, and that sounds cool to me. That me and we would both be such a weird couple that I feel like we would gain more notoriety, which would make the show bigger, which would make the big bosses give me more money, and it would just help everything grow. And I was like, that would work. We were actually discussing it. But the Fat Jewish is fucking way bigger than Drew on Instagram, and that means that power couple wise, I feel like that would be. I would actually.
Oh, you're
talk to my
ditching
wife.
Drew.
Wait, are you telling me you're back on the market?
I think I'm.
Yeah, wait. I was about to say, are you back?
I might be back.
How long was your hiatus?
But I think if I
hours.
talk to my wife about how it's not a fling, it's actually like a deep and meaningful relationship.
Yeah.
I'm trying to connect here.
And it's a career move as well, because
Totally.
we're both being smart here. I mean, red carpets, me and him are kicking ass. I mean, he's already gigantic, but they're like, whoa, is that his boyfriend with the fucking wolf head?
Yeah.
And they're like, who is this asshole?
Yeah.
And then I get all these people like, who are you,
Also, we
asshole?
don't just have to fuck. We can do couple stuff.
No, that's what I mean.
I would go antiquing with you. We could go, honestly.
See, my idea of
pumpkin
antiquing is when
picking.
you throw a handful of cocaine on someone while they're asleep.
Right, that's what they call antiquing in, like, Australia.
Yeah.
Right, it's a different thing.
That was how we antiqued
If
back
we-
in the day.
If-
Oh, the laughs. When someone's asleep,
We could, like,
they get hit across the face with a handful
we could
of
like
fucking Findle.
we could refinish some, like, mid-century Danish furniture.
Yeah.
And then put coke in each other's butts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever cute Saturday shit we're doing. This
Yeah,
could
the
be
coke in the
deeper.
butt thing maybe, but I'm not making furniture with anybody.
What the fuck? That's too much.
I mean,
That's too far.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit on it, but make it. What the fuck?
No, we're just gonna refinish it. We're not building it. I'm a Jew. I don't build anything. We're gonna we'll stain
okay.
it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was unaware that the Jews didn't build stuff.
No,
I thought they
I
did.
didn't know they stained.
Right.
No, they don't. That's like a thing I picked up. No, Jews aren't building anything.
Okay, well then, yeah, I
Ask
guess
a Jew to put together some IKEA furniture and watch
as
a
long
man
as it's
weep.
like, as long as you wear like some skimpy shit, then yeah. Because I don't really, I like watching. Sex makes me work. You know what I mean? So if you're like selling sex,
Right.
then I'll work to make this couch what it's supposed to be. But if you're just in sweatpants and shit, I'm like, I don't know.
No, that's doing nothing.
My wife she decorated the Christmas tree this morning with no pants on, and I was like, I could almost help her.
Right.
No, you gotta watch.
Well, I filmed it instead.
Oh, great.
But
Snapchat?
Yeah, well, you
yeah,
weren't. You
it's
weren't.
on
gay-
Snapchat.
You
I'm
weren't
sure,
gay
I'm
then.
sure it'll be kicked off in about an hour.
You weren't gay then, so things were different.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
this morning.
This
Yeah,
morning
this
I was
morning.
pretty hetero. She
Every-
didn't know. She was pretty sure she was still married to a gay guy. but she might not even know yet. She might find out the news later on this afternoon when I get home that I.
She had not gotten the memo that you went back and then went back.
Right. By
Yeah.
the time she finds out you're not gay, you might be gay.
You might be gay.
Right.
You might be gay.
You gotta be careful on this.
That's exactly.
Either
Well-
you're fluid.
Right. No, totally.
Either way, I'm in the clear, I believe.
Right.
So anyway, you're selling booze?
Yeah, I got a big wine company. I don't
Makes
know.
sense.
Started as like kind of a troll, and then like the shit just fucking spiraled.
Who'd you troll to get that going?
Well, I mean, it was like White Girl Rosé was the first thing, and then that just like fucking.
That blew the fuck up like
it was
pretty quick,
Yeah,
right?
it was crazy. So now like we got all this fucking shit.
But
and,
what
like,
made you do the white girl rosé? Look, because I noticed a lot of memes that you're
'Cause
hitting
white-
them over the head with the rosé.
white girls love rosé?
It's a good point.
And like, who was making rosé? What kind of shitheads were
you
making?
don't even
rosé?
know. You just go in and you
wow.
buy
Yeah,
rosé.
you go in and buy it. You don't know a name of
There's
any.
no
fucking
rosé name.
Exactly. You don't know any. So
No.
now I got this, and then I'm writing a second book where I'm reviewing all the strip club food across America.
Was the
So-
first book a New York Times bestseller?
It was not, because they caught me doing. I basically had like the guy who owns Four Loko.
Yeah.
He was like a close friend of mine. I had him buy like 40,000 books. And then they just like immediately, because they called
He
me.
bought
like,
them at once?
They were like, you're not gonna make the list, and I was like, yeah, but the book that's number 1 currently sold like 25,000 copies. I've sold 80,000. And they were like, you are a fat piece of shit. And the man from Four Loko bought 50,000 of those. And I was like, no, he did not. And they were like, no, he used a credit card. Like, in a bulk purchase. And I was like, I guess this is what happens. The guy who founded Four Loko in your bathtub. So, so the first one did not hit, but this one I went to 230 strip clubs with this fucking foodie that I know who like works at restaurants in New York, and we reviewed all the food at every strip club.
Where's the best
See,
one?
that seems to be the thing, right?
It's
The foodie thing is
Oregon?
big, huh?
Crazy. I mean, I don't shit about
I
it. But
pitched a TV show the other day, and they were like, "We like it, but what about if you were to like travel around looking at food?" And I was like, "Wait, you mean like the other show you have on
right.
your network
It's
already?"
just like
Where
network
shit?
television, whatever's working, they're like, do it.
Do
Times
it.
10.
Do more. Yeah. Do more of them.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I don't know. What? You ever eat strip club food?
I mean, when I go to strip clubs,
But like they have like high end shit. It's really weird now. Like they've caught on to like the farm to table.
No,
like,
Crazy Horse in Vegas has sushi.
No, yeah, they fly it in.
Yeah.
I went to a place in Atlanta. They were like, tonight we're doing a spring pea risotto. It's a conflict free, like locally sourced spring pea. And I was like, are you guys fucking kidding me?
Right.
Because this girl has a C-section scar. And like I'm like, what the fuck? So
yeah, I'm more like a buffalo wing and ass in the champagne room.
See, that's more of the classic strip, but now it's like burrata.
I don't have no problem with that. I mean, like I want to eat clean. I just make if I have to go to a strip club, I'm not gonna starve in there. I will eat whatever they have.
Right.
But if I was like getting a lap dance and they just reeled off that bullshit, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have 4 of them.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Sounds like you actually have
I
real
went to a
food.
vegan one in Portland. All
No
vegan.
way.
Oregon.
I was like, no way, and then you said Portland. I was like,
Yeah, oh wait,
sense.
yes way.
They have
all
to.
vegan girls and all vegan. I'm eating like
What do you
literally.
mean vegan girls?
Like the girls are supposed to be vegan. Like
Yeah.
they're all. But then I read on a website. I got like into. I tumbled into like a rabbit hole of like they were calling some girls. They were like Troxy is not actually vegan.
Like
you know.
feel
I
like
don't know
when
what
was the
kind of
last time you
Troxy
ate
is.
meat? 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were
like
like calling her out for like not actually being vegan.
catch
So-
her at McDonald's after a
Right,
shift.
exactly. So I had a quinoa stuffed pepper and like got a lap dance, which was like it was fine. I mean, it's not exactly what I would think of, but like I was down. It was nice.
So how long did you spend making this book?
I drove across the country 4 fucking times, and I was eating at strip clubs 3 meals a day.
That's tough.
Yes.
Every single fucking meal.
So it's going to be a well-deserved #1 bestseller.
Yes, and this
You just
time,
can't have your friend buy
this time you
50
have the
copies.
guy who made Four Loko in his bathtub, who created Four Loko in his bathtub, buy bulk copies, because that does not work.
No.
In case you're like writing a book out there and like
Yeah, I
wanting
would
to go
think that you
#1.
wouldn't need to cheat.
No, I know. It
I
just
feel like you just want to.
Yeah, exactly. Also,
Yeah.
like who nerds? These book
It's
nerds.
funny. We got a New York Times bestseller, and then like, you do it again. I'm like, why? I already did it. Like, what? But you'll be back to back. I'm like, man.
The part that was fucked up was that
First time wasn't that big of a deal either.
I was gonna legally change my name, dead ass, like legally change my name to New York Times #1 bestseller, which I got cleared that I could like do, and I was gonna legally change my first name, and then it didn't happen. So maybe on this one I'll fucking do it. I don't know.
Stay busy.
You gotta do.
That's a busy brain right there.
You
when
gotta
you're coming
do
up with
that. You gotta do that. Like that. Why didn't you do it?
Change my name to
New York Times bestseller.
I didn't see the joke.
What the fuck?
No, probably because I really didn't think that we were gonna do that.
But then it worked.
Yeah, it was a pure accident.
I haven't read a book in 13 years. I don't know yours.
I can't even read.
Seriously.
No,
I believe it.
I've never
That's
read.
beautiful. That's
I've never-
inspirational.
I've never read mine.
I wish I could unread. Like,
I
I
have
wish I could unlearn reading.
I have Doug Stanhope's book, and it's on my table.
But how long has it been sitting there for?
Only a couple of weeks. Oh, I read one book my whole life. It was the life story of LT.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it because he was, he smoked crack, and then he won the Super Bowl, and he was talking about strippers and crack a lot, and that just seemed to keep me
Interested.
on the page.
I read a thing that Lawrence Taylor was addicted to stuffing he was addicted to stuffing stewardesses into the overhead compartment on the plane.
Addicted.
Like he would basically be like, come here, and then he would pick you up and put you into the overhead compartment.
And does he still have a job?
I was like, that is the best addiction I have ever fucking heard.
There's another era. Because pretty
I'm gonna get you.
It was a different time.
Yeah, you can't.
Frowned upon.
Right.
Right, Michael? frowned upon. Like, what the hell?
It's like the world's become anti-fun or something.
He didn't rape her into the
No.
There's only one way to go, like straight that way, back this way.
You met the president, right? I mean,
did.
the real president. The
Yeah,
one
the
before this
actual,
one.
the sick president.
Why is that? How do they? Like,
president
did
with
you
a
always,
jump shot.
Did you always want to meet him, or how? Did
No,
you meet
I went
him?
to they invited me to the White House Correspondents' Dinner to like make a scene. They were like, "Can you just come and like make it fun?" So I was like, "Okay."
Make
so,
it fun.
So actually, it was pretty tight because I met him and Obama, like, I guess hated the fucking press and like hated the White House dinner. So he had like a kind of a shit attitude, I guess, whenever he would go to it.
Yeah.
But this was his last one. It was like on when he was coming out of office.
Yeah.
So he was like really down to like turn the fuck up. So as I meet him in this photo, so first of all, I come in, he's like, I love this hairdo. It's incredible. Michelle, he's yelling across the room, Michelle, should I grow this?
Yeah,
She's going, I don't think so. Jeff Goldblum's going, I think you should grow it. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Goldblum. Yeah. Goldblum's going, I think you should go. And so right in this, as this photo's happening, we shake hands, and he's like, I really do love this. And like, he basically was like, I like that you showed up looking like shit, because like this thing is always unfun. And I said to him in this moment, I said, I call this thing the hair erection. And he fucking laughed. Yeah. And I was like, and it was a real laugh. Like, he wasn't like, you peasant, like, get out of my face. Yeah. But then
he was thinking that, but he also did laugh.
Right, no, he was also. But then actually, we went to take an official photo, like in the backdrop. They showed like a backdrop of them. So I figured, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, I'm never gonna fucking see this guy.
Cup the balls.
So I should have grabbed this nice pumpernickel baguette. But what I did was, I was like, you know what you should do? I turned to him, I said, you know what you should do right now? You should grab the hair erection.
Yes.
Because it would make the fucking internet melt down.
And was
he
down
turned
for
to
that?
me because the ground was kind of soft. We'd had a laugh. I thought we were fucking guys. And then he turned to me and was
He
like,
thought you guys were fucking guys?
He turned to me and was like, absolutely not. That was the moment when he was like, you're a peasant.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Which I appreciated because
No,
he
he
was like, I'm the goddamn president. Like, let's not go too far.
I already touched you once.
We had
push your luck.
We had our moment. I've touched you once, funny man, you shitbag.
Hey,
so yeah,
grounded man.
that guy is he's the guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And you're not meeting Trump?
No, they invited me to the dinner and I was gonna fucking go.
Why didn't you go?
Because he didn't go.
Oh.
Trump didn't.
You were only
gonna
go if he was going.
Yeah, I was like, I'll go if he goes.
So now you're like the formal guy they bring into the White House to spice it up?
I'm like the banana suit dancing fucking.
So that means it went well though, because they
totally. I got invited back.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Does that mean you don't get invited back because you said no to that invitation, or do you think there's still another chance for you to go?
No, now I don't know. Good question. Is a pass a no invite for 2018?
Yeah.
Fuck,
You should have sent a sick note.
But why was I should have sent like a fucking edible arrangement or something, a cantaloupe shaped dolphin or something.
If you want
a note from your mom yourself.
Thank you guys so much.
If you get invited again, think of me, man, because I'll go. Like, if you want to do the Grace Jones thing or whatever, where you put a leash on me and I'll be like your weird little gay puppy or something. Whatever it takes.
Wearing your gay for pay t-shirt.
I mean, I'd have to up the outfit. You'd have to wear like chaps.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, or at least leather overalls.
I was running around on a tennis court yesterday in my underwear, apparently about to get kicked out. I'm ready to go.
No, he was in like a clubhouse, like an actual.
Oh, like a tennis.
Yeah.
Club.
Not just like a tennis court. Like
What day was yesterday? Sunday. That seems like a good day for that. Yeah.
It was for charity.
Oh, it was for charity.
Yeah.
Well, you're a giver.
I am. I almost gave a lot more than I bargained for when I got there.
He shows up and they're like to tell him to put him in like short shorts, and he's like, I'm not doing that outfit. I'm not doing that outfit. But I will get my underwear.
That was
because you would understand. Yeah. If I got into tennis thing, it wasn't that funny. For getting my underwear, everybody freaked out about it.
Totally.
And it's like, man,
I'd much rather be I'd rather be naked. I'd rather be naked and show off my
As soon as your belly comes out, I feel like fun is on its way.
Totally. I let my little rock shrimp out. That'd be better than just like something they came up with that like maybe.
You call your dick a rock shrimp?
That's what it looks like. Let's keep it realistic here. Let's keep it. It's kind of a champagne cork vibe.
Wow. Specific crustacean.
It probably pops just like a champagne bottle.
It does kind of. It actually does. It actually does.
Do you have like a
you know my body.
A Twitter where you put your actual dick on there, or does it just say?
Should I have a Twitter for my dick?
Maybe.
My dick had a Twitter. Remember, Michael?
I do. It was huge.
So family time is hard. That's the new bottle, the new flavor, because you've got shitloads of products.
That comes out. Yeah, that only comes out during the holidays, because like It's fucking
And,
hard.
and where do we get it?
It's hard. You buy that. You can mostly buy that online. Swishbev.com. Swish is my company. But all this other shit, you can get it in like any store. You can get Babe and like at Bevmo
Man,
and
you're
like
huge.
Vons.
Yeah, you're your own distribution company.
All that shit.
Oh yeah, you're rich.
All
You're
that
good.
shit.
You're good.
Thanks for
Damn.
being on the show, dude.
Hey, you
Don't
guys.
die.
This was really nice. It felt good.
Felt good.
It felt good. Oh man, it felt good. I was just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah.
To who?
To my friend that you fucked.
What?
Yeah. I have this friend that you fucked.
Why didn't you say that 10 minutes ago?
Totally forgot until just now.
I actually kind of agree.